It's the high school football game of the week on 770 WAIS and 103.9 FM. Tonight's game is brought to you by Pidcock Glass, McFadden Insurance, Tinks Auto Trading Post, your local McDonald's, First National Bank, Little Italy Pizza in Nelsonville, Gloucester, and New Straitsville, J&K Contracting, Fred Wolf Automotive, Athens Insurance Services, Athens Automotive Keys, Rutland Bottled Gas, Tri-County Career Center, H&R Block, Holzer Health System, and Coach's Appliance Heating and Air. Let's head out to the stadium for tonight's game on 770 WAIS and 103.9 FM.
TBC hockey matchup. And Isaiah, we got the homecoming, I will say the court coming out here as we are getting set here on a Friday night. Great Friday night of football. It's weather's looking really nice out here, and really not much a better evening to do a homecoming game here in Gloucester for a Trimble football game.
What do you expect? Gloucester, of course, the Trimble faithful, they choose the right time to do this. Mother Nature decided to cooperate with us for maybe the first time this season, truthfully.
Yeah.
It's an absolutely gorgeous night here for football. I'm excited about it. And, adding the homecoming atmosphere only makes that much better.
And the Tomcats coming in at 4-2 on the season. 2 losses only coming to Worthington Christian and Nelsonville York at the beginning of the season.
Right.
And really since then, they've really been on a roll. The Golden Eagles, still struggling to make that program happen. They've come in at 1-5 on the season, but did pick up that big win. I think last year they struggled getting a win as well. But it's going to be a tough bout for them to come in here against any team. Coming in here to a really good Trimble team. They play super well at home, and they have a big fan base to back them as well.
Right. 1-5 for the Golden Eagles. That win over Bealsville, which is, there are plenty of teams that are kind of marking that in their calendar, and it's good that even the Golden Eagles in a struggling few seasons, when things are looking down, they can do that as well. There are the teams that you can still walk in there and take care of. This one, it's going to be walking in here and making sure you're taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
Because it is going to be one of those games that is going to smack the Eagles around a little bit probably. They're capable of surprises. They have athletes that can do some things if they get in the right spot. So, don't think that they are going to be, immediately shut out of this game or something like that. But the Tomcats certainly come in with the advantage, with the power, with the size, with the experience, and, overall just a better feeling team. But you certainly can't look over Belpre for the Tomcats knowing what you have coming up the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, it certainly is. Like you said, they're looking in the next couple weeks. I think this will be a good warm-up game for the Trimble Tomcats as you face Eastern away, and then you've got Waterford here at home, and those are going to be your 2 biggest TVC hockey opponents. Both those teams super good in this division or in this conference as well. So it really is going to come down to who wants that TVC hockey. Obviously, Waterford's got the edge on Eastern in a heck of a matchup they played last week.
Oh, yeah.
Over there in Waterford, it was a real close game. Waterford able to pull that one out. They lost to the Eagles last year, so only by 1 point again. So, these teams, these 3 main teams in the hockey division are really where you want to look, and Trimble is not going to back down from any kind of a fight. Yeah, you've got Eastern on the road next week, but then you've got Waterford here at home. We watched the Waterford Wildcats. They are running behind a sophomore quarterback and really a powerhouse. The only 2 losses Waterford had, I believe, were Caldwell and Fort Fry. So.
Right.
Those are 2 powerhouse football teams. You knew coming into last week that they were going to have a heck of a matchup against Eastern. But the Tomcats here, they're not going to back away from any kind of a challenge.
Not at all.
And they will play up to the competition that is given as well. So I don't look for the Tomcats to back down here. They want to run this game. It's homecoming night. You don't want to go out, playing weak. It's going to be a tough contest for these Eagles to get involved in.
It will be. The only time the Tomcats really ever got caught sleeping, you could say, is that Worthington Christian game. And I think that is just Worthington Christian showing that they are going to be, maybe not a top dog, but a force still to be reckoned with somewhere in that Division 6, Division 5. I can't remember quite where they land playoffs there in this, area. So the Tomcats still are, they're clear of their losses hurting them. At this point, it is focusing on what is in front of them and the fact that they've got those 2 very big matchups. But again, tonight is almost that trap kind of game. You can't let yourself get off the gas, even if you do feel that you're going to handle this, no matter what. You don't want Belpre to come out here, surprise you, be up 7-0, 14-0. I really puts a damper on your homecoming night.
No, that would be, and I think it would be a shock and surprise to most everybody in the stadium. It's one of those games that, the Golden Eagles come in here they know what Trimble has. They know exactly what they're walking into when they come into Gloucester Memorial Stadium against a Trimble Tomcat football team that has really dominated them in the past, decade, in all honesty. So, and maybe more than that. I mean, since I've been, calling games with you, it's been Trimble Tomcats in the TVC Hawking up there in the division. If not winning it, then up there in the top two.
It's been since I got to high school. Maybe not quite since you got to high school.
I'm a little older, but
since I got there, they have been there. It's one of those years that you feel it, and obviously looking at the way this playoff is going to shake out, as long as the Tomcats keep pace with what they're doing, they're going to have a real opportunity to, make one of those runs once again.
And we're going to go ahead and take our break as I think the band's getting ready to start the anthem. So we'll go ahead and take our first break of the night and be back for your Fred Wolf Automotive pregame show here on Wild Country 107.7.
In Nelsonville, Fred Wolf Automotive is your local solution to your automotive needs. Whether it's your first car or your last, they are here to help. People always ask, who is Fred Wolf? He was their great-great-grandpa who had a car dealership in Nelsonville in the 1950s. They thought it was fitting to bring his name and some of his entrepreneurial spirit back to life. The inventory is constantly changing, so if they do not have what you are looking for, please give them a call. Local people who love to help local people. Fred Wolf Automotive, located at 1273 Chestnut Street in Nelsonville, 614-309-1756. Since 1926, Athens Insurance Services has focused on doing one thing and doing it well, providing peace of mind through affordable, comprehensive insurance protection. Whether you're looking for car insurance for your new teenage driver, home insurance for your first home, protection for your business or life insurance, they've got you covered. Representing Central Insurance Company, count on Andrew, Mike, Kendra, Hannah, Chelsea, and Brent. Athens Insurance Services at 375 Richland Avenue. Call 740-593-6639.
Rutland Bottled Gas has propane for almost every need. Home, farm, industry, greenhouse, lodges, and cabin rentals. They sell and install heaters made by Buck Stove, Empire Comfort Systems, and Heat Star. Ranges by Crosley and grills by Weber. Rutland's specialty is installing and setting up propane systems that make your world more comfortable. 2 offices to serve you. The Plains at 177 North Plains Road and in Rutland at 282 Main Street. Stop by, call, or visit them at rutlandbottlegas.com for more information. Rutland Bottled Gas since 1947. 740-797-4675.
Want to know how to get more for less? I'm talking the most bang for your buck. It's the one and only McDonald's app, slinging deals every day. So start with your choice of any breakfast sandwich, like a delicious crispy chicken biscuit or tasty Egg McMuffin for just $3. Or spend just $1 and get free medium fries. The McDonald's app is out here doing the most, and you're getting more because of it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 9/16/24 to 10/6/24. Participating McDonald's. Valid when product served. Valid once a day. Must opt into rewards. Excludes tax. Want to know how to get more for
Tri-County
less?
Career Center
I'm
offers
talking the most
students the
bang for your
opportunity
buck.
to earn
It's the one and only
industry-recognized
McDonald's
credentials
app.
in fields like cosmetology, welding, diesel agriculture, and sports medicine. Our programs focus on teaching job-specific skills that prepare you for the workforce, military service, or college. We offer 2-year programs and short-term adult classes. Ready to learn new skills and boost your earning potential? Start today by calling 800-637-6508 or visit us online at tricountyhightech.com.
What's one of the worst feelings you can get? The one that hits you in the pit of your stomach. You can't find your keys. I have a solution. Announcing the new location of Athens Automotive Keys at 528 Richland Avenue in Athens. Dan and Gloria can take care of lost keys, transponder keys and programming, key duplication for house or business, and they now provide locksmith service. Athens Automotive Keys is open Monday through Friday, noon till 5:30 at 528 Richland Avenue, Athens. Call 740-590-6843. The high school game of the week on 770 WAIS, 103.9 FM, and WAISAMradio.com.
And welcome back after the commercial there by Athens Automotive Keys. This is your game of the week here on Wild Country 107.7. Isaiah Lyle, Dustin Goldsberry, and Lori Saunders keeping us back on at the studio. We appreciate all your help out there as we are here in the Fred Wolf Automotive pregame show. If you're just joining us, it is homecoming night here in Gloucester Memorial Stadium as the Trimble Tomcats are set to face host against the Belpre Golden Eagles, another TVC Hawking matchup in, was it week 7? I believe, yeah, week 7 now.
7.
So, yeah, we're rolling right through football season here, Isaiah. The Trimble Tomcats coming in at 4-2, Golden Eagles 1-5, and we are, like I said, homecoming night. It's going to be I think, if you're a fan of Trimble, I think this is going to be a good one for you to watch. This is one of those games that you're going to have, I think, a lot of touchdowns scored for the Tomcats.
I think you will, and it's going to be one where you actually probably don't have to see Brady Jasek do that much. He's got a backfield that is phenomenal when you think about Owen Sikorsky, Matt Moyer, Trevor Gowan, whoever else they want to throw back there, including Jasek, if he wants to run the ball. It's going to be one of those nights where it's just kind of turn and hand it to those guys, let the line work up front and open up holes. Let your guys run, let your guys stretch out as what I feel like it's going to be. Now, don't get me wrong. Jasek's going to turn around and throw one to Henry, Patton, Hooper, even Luke Osborne. He does have he loves the non-traditional receivers. He's got 3 tight ends and then a fullback, and that's who he throws it to.
Sure, yeah.
He's got receivers out there. He just doesn't think about them because he doesn't really have to. He's got those kind of good guys in the middle. And then, he's also got the running game that he is going to heavily rely on once again, as they always do. It's those 3 guys and more, and it's go out there and perform, and you win this game.
Yeah, you're going to have a lot of misdirection run, and that's just the way the Tomcats play. Coach Ferris always says, that's the kind of game he wants to play. The run game is what he's all about, and he'll put those 3 running backs in the backfield. And you don't just have them to worry about. As you got Brady Jasek, he's able to take off himself. The sophomore QB getting his first year starting as the Trimble Tomcats head quarterback, the varsity quarterback. And we saw him a little bit last year in basketball, playing some varsity time. The kid is an athlete, and we saw him as a freshman. That was a kid I said, hey, this is somebody I'm going to enjoy watching my tenure here and keep watching these Trimble Tomcat games, whether that be football or basketball. He's just got that athleticism about him, and he really makes that Tomcat offense pop. And you got guys in the backfield like Owen Sikorsky, like Luke Osborne. There's just a number of guys. Trevor Gowan out there. Anybody can run that ball, and when you've got a backfield like they have, with the line that they have, it's going to be a tough night for the Golden Eagles.
And, you think you don't want to jump ahead of yourself. You don't want to say this season's over because it's obviously not. But looking at Brady Jasek and how he runs that offense, it excites you for the next year, 2 years, obviously, for this Trimble Tomcat squad, because you're going to lose guys out of this senior class. You look across those senior banners that sit in front of us here at Gloucester Memorial Stadium, and those are names that you recognize. Those are guys that have contributed pretty much since their freshman year, certainly when you look at a guy like Carl Frank and Colt Ward up there. But Trimble always reloads. They do just fine when it comes to that, so they are certainly probably going to do that again. Plus, you add the fact that you're going to have Brady Jasek feeling good under his second year, Trevor Gowan coming in, who obviously knows what he's doing, and Luke Osborne's still there. So, there's so many guys you can be excited about already, even though we're still excited for what could be a long run this year.
Yeah, very well could be. The Tomcats making their way across the track in the most daunting high school football walkout I think you ever could see in southeastern Ohio, maybe of all Ohio. I've never really seen a walkout as kind of daunting and eerie as the Tomcats really just walk out. They walk out to the Johnny Cash. Come on, been a long time. It's just been it's just a challenging thing if you're the opposing team, and we've said it week in and week out, to have to see that and watch them, and then at the end of it they point at you and you don't know what they're saying, but they're saying, I'm coming for you. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what's going on. But
figured it out.
We're about a minute away from game time, and we're going to go ahead and take our last break of the Fred Wolf Automotive Game Show, and we're pregame show, and we'll be back for your game of the week and kickoff action here on Wild Country 107.7.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, come to Tank's Auto Trading Post, located on State Route 13, just off of Route 33 and Columbus Road in Athens. With over 30 years of experience, you can trust that you will get a great deal at a great price. We also offer routine maintenance on your cars, such as brakes, oil changes, and tires. Tank's Auto Trading Post, where less overhead means less markup. Remember to think Tank for your next great car deal. Tank's Auto Trading Post, 740-594-8465, or visit us on the web at tanksautotradingpost.com.
Tax season's greetings from your friends at H&R Block. Whether you choose to file virtually, in person, or via drop-off, let's make it a season worth celebrating. File your way with H&R Block and get upfront, transparent pricing, expert help at every step, and a max refund guarantee that means you'll ring in the season by getting every dollar you deserve. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund. Limitations apply. See hrblock.com/guarantees.
H&R Block at 507 Richland Avenue in the old Morrison School Building in Athens. 740-589-5403. the high school game of the week on 770 WAIS, 103.9 FM, and WAISAMradio.com.
Welcome back, everybody, as we are set for kickoff here at Gloucester Memorial Stadium as the Trimble Tomcats play host to the Belpre Golden Eagles. It's going to be a good night here inside of at homecoming as we have the Trimble Tomcats playing host, and it's the Tomcats coming in at 4-2, Golden Eagles come in at 1-5. The Tomcats come out wearing their red helmets with the white paw print, the gray jerseys with red lettering, and then the gray and red pants as well. The Belpre Golden Eagles coming out in their black helmets, black pants, white jerseys, and black numbering. And it will be the Tomcats going to be receiving to start this game as Belpre won the toss and deferred to the second half.
Kicking off, number 70 is who that's going to be, Carter Greathouse. We've seen him before. He's a big boy, but he mostly just kind of puts it down the middle and forces somebody to pick it up early. Hopefully it's not going to be Paul Sharp or Luke Osborne, at least for the Golden Eagles' sake.
Set to go here. We got 12 minutes on the clock, and first quarter set to take underway here. Week 7 high school football.
As it is a packed house here in Gloucester Memorial. You would expect it to be for homecoming, but even more so.
Kickoff by Greathouse.
Got into that one.
And it goes in and out of the hands of Osborne. Osborne picks it up at the 10-yard line. He gets it up to the 20. He's got space. Spins away and gets up to the 30-yard line, and that's where the Tomcats will take over 1st and 10 to start this drive.
Greathouse did a good job. Excuse me, that wasn't Greathouse. It was number 10. That is Maverick McCartney did a good job stepping up and holding on kind of tightly as Osborne almost sidestepped him to really be gone.
So we'll see what Brady Jasek and this Trimble offense comes out here with the first play of the game as they do take over 1st and 10 from their own 30.
Jason, make sure the huddle is in order. Make sure they're walking back a little further because everything matters in these kind of games. You got to make sure that all the details are, I's dotted, T's crossed still.
Jasek's going to go out of the shotgun to start this game. He's going to hand it off Sikorsky. Sikorsky's got room up the left side. He's up to the 40, past midfield. He's got one man to beat. He's down to the 30, and he stiff arms one man. Finally gets taken down about the 22-yard line. Big run there for the Tomcats. And a hole the size of Texas came through for Owen Sikorsky. And that first play of the game just breaks through big time for the Tomcats.
52 yards, why not? First play of the game, and you could see it almost from the jump. He had that ball. He was easily through the line.
Sikorsky going to come off on this play. Well-earned rest on that first drive of the game, but it's shotgun formation again. This time they're going to hand it off to Moyer. Moyer's got room up that right side. He's got the
actually. Jasek took it on a keeper. He's going to dive to the end zone. I think they're going to say he made it. No, they're saying he's out on the 1.
So out on the 1-yard line, so that's going to be a 22-yard run. And the Tomcats thought they had a touchdown, but they're still marking it at the 1-yard line.
No, now they walk it back to the 2-yard line. So now they are going to say it's a touchdown. I think.
Did they call it a touchdown?
There's no way it's at the 2-yard line if it's not a touchdown.
Yeah, he was out at it was right on the post. I don't know what there's no call. So
it is going to be a touch. I'm not sure who made that call because this side judge that was with him on the sideline was too far behind. Okay. So you look across the field to see if he crossed the plane, and he didn't give an indication. Yeah, but now they're going to say it's a touchdown.
The official closest to us down here, and the extra point's going to be up and good, but the official never called a touchdown. He never signaled, but it is going to be 7-0, and that's what the score is going to be here. Starting off 11:18 here left in the first quarter. We'll be back for your game of the week here on 770 AM, 103.9 FM.
I'm Dr. Amy Maggard, and I'm a pediatrician at Holzer in Athens. Choosing to practice here meant coming home for me, and I'm able to give back to the community that I love. When it comes to local health care, think Holzer first.
I'm Dr. Aaron Ramsey, and I've been a chiropractor here at Holzer Athens for 20 years. I love this community and its people. It's why I choose to work and raise my family here. It's all about community, and that's why I think Holzer first.
There's only one perfect food for watching or listening to sports. Pizza! Get ready for the game by calling one of the 3 locations of Little Italy Pizza in Nelsonville, Gloucester, or New Straitsville. Dough made fresh every day with 3 crusts to choose from, with all the toppings a pizza lover craves. Little Italy Pizza also features mouth-watering subs, sandwiches, salads, and appetizers. Open 7 days a week. Gloucester, New Straitsville, and Nelsonville. Locally owned and operated.
The high school game of the week on 770 WAIS, 103.9 FM, and WAISAMradio.com.
Welcome in, and after the Tomcat touchdown, it's going to be a kickoff by Colton Ward, and not sure who the return man was there, but he didn't get anything.
Chase Mays couldn't get anywhere.
Tomcats came in and wrapped him up, and they'll take over. The Belpre Golden Eagles will take over 1st and 10, I believe, from their own 16 or I think they're going to mark it on the 17-yard line. So a long way to go. That last Tomcat drive, 2 plays, 70 yards is all it took the Tomcats in, I think was at about 42 seconds, and they put the first 7 points on the board.
So now we see Luke Davis step under center here with Landon Van Fossen behind him, I believe. That's what they usually run for this offense. 2 receivers to the right of Davis. Bring somebody across the field, and they do hand it to him on the outside, and quickly sniffed out by, I believe, Eli Riley.
Going to lose about 7 yards there as he's taken down at the 10-yard line, so that's a loss of 7. It'll be 1st and 17. My goodness. Not exactly what you want to see if you're the Golden Eagles. It's as they put it, 2nd and 14 actually is where they ended up putting the ball. So about a 4-yard loss.
They still couldn't quite tell who was coming across the formation on that one. I think it's number 8. It was Warren Davis.
And it will be Luke Davis under center, the senior. And he's going to hand it off this time to Van Fossen. Van Fossen maybe picks up a yard back out of that, but just beats the line of scrimmage. Not much more.
He just kind of put his head down. The guard did a good job of it, kind of just cutting whoever, I believe Colt Ward, who was standing over there, and allowed him to at least fall forward to get a yard.
So they'll call that 3rd and 13, Isaiah, and the Golden Eagles still have a long way to go to try to get that first down. Tomcats defense really bearing down on them.
As they do go to the eye here. Or no, that's shotgun. Davis is back further than I thought.
Davis takes a snap. He's going to roll back to pass. Looking for somebody open. He tries to find the intended receiver. That's going to be Malachi Enzer, and it's going to fall short to his feet and bring up 4th down. Tomcats did a good job there, creating the 3-and-out on their first defensive drive of the game.
So now you're looking at 4th and 13. It's going to be Greathouse to punt. I think Osborne and Sharp are up. Or Osborne's telling Sharp to get up because they do have a gunner out wide. Kind of need the...
Yeah, their gunner is Chase Mays, and he's a senior out there. You don't want to leave him open to take a shot at the return man.
Just in case Greathouse has got an arm. He might. Snaps a little high, but Greathouse gets into it. There's a flag that went off, and Owen Sikorsky's going to catch it, and he's going to have a chance to get to the end zone. He does. Owen Sikorsky on the return.
And they're going to say that's a touchdown.
I believe. Now, they do. If it is a false start, all you have to do is decline it, I believe. Or no, pre-snap penalty. You might have to take it.
I don't know if that was partially blocked or if it was just a punt off the side of the foot, but it was really... It was returned at about the 25-yard line.
Absolutely. So. As they are going to say false start, decline that, touchdown. Now we're up 13.
We didn't even have to see the Trimble offense come on the field this time.
Didn't. But now they're up 13-0 here with 9:37 on the clock. The Trimble Tomcats are going to control this game as we figured, but it's starting a little earlier than we might have recognized.
Don't forget, we do have our Texas Roadhouse Player of the Game at the end of this one. And the way the Tomcats are playing right now,
Sikorsky's got an early inside shot.
Everybody's looking pretty good. And Sikorsky with a big run in that first drive, and then the touchdown off the I'm going to say that was a partially blocked punt, but
Greathouse might have just not gotten into it great.
Very well could have been.
As Osborne's going to set up for the kick here. Sharp holds. He puts it up, and that is good. Luke Osborne gets 2 of them now tonight.
Osborne, the fullback, doing the kicking duties, extra point kicking duties. 14-0, Tomcats lead here. 9:37 left here in the first quarter. We'll be back for your game of the week on 770 AM WAIS 103.9 FM.
Who can you turn to when you need a general contractor? Choose someone with over 30 years of experience, is licensed and insured. Choose the professionals at J&K Contracting. They're a full-service commercial and residential contractor. From new builds to remodeling, J&K Contracting has you covered from the ground up. Excavating or concrete, roofing or siding, replacement windows or decks, kitchen and bathroom remodels. One call, they really do it all. Call J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521. That's J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521.
Discover your future at Tri-County Career Center, where students earn industry-recognized credentials in fields like nursing, HVAC, networking, and welding. Dive into a learning experience that equips you with the job-focused skills needed to succeed in the workforce, the military, or college. Whether you're eyeing our 2-year programs or adult courses, you too can boost your earning potential. Take the first step today. Call 800-637-6508 or visit us at TriCountyHighTech.com. Tri-County proudly supports all student athletes.
The high school game of the week on 770 WAIS, 103.9 FM, and WAISAMradio.com.
And Trimble kicking off. Colton Ward takes the kick. It's going to go into the hands of number 10, Maverick McCartney. McCartney gets it up. This time, decent return on that one. He gets up to about the 36-yard line where the Golden Eagles will take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, that one, kind of right into the hands of McCartney and right into the middle of that, return block. So allowed him to get a few extra yards. The Tomcats still closed down pretty quickly.
And the Golden Eagles offense couldn't get anything rolling on that first drive of the game. Tomcats defense did a great job at just shutting down anything they were trying to get started. We'll see what happens on the Golden Eagles' second possession of this game.
I mean, knowing that the Golden Eagles are going to run a heavy run set, they do go with the 5-man front to the Tomcats, but a 5-man front against this offensive line just seems like it's always going to be penetrated as quickly they are in the backfield, and I believe that is not Van Fossen. Who was that?
Looked like maybe it was
number
Is that number 1
8.
or number 8?
Number 8 is Warren Davis once again, who got -1 yards. He was not going to be able to get much of it anywhere.
Yeah, in on that tackle, Eli Riley for the Tomcats, as well as number 70, Colton Ward. That left side just really shutting down there. Nobody able to get any movement there for the Golden Eagles.
As Davis is going to be under center, Van Fossen close behind him. You got to assume he's probably not getting the ball if he's going to be that close.
They send Jaden Gibbs in motion.
And he loses 2.
Yeah, that was Gibbs on the handoff. And again, like you said, another loss there on the running game. Tomcats aren't allowing any yardage here. I think they've given up 1 total positive yard of offense thus far.
That's the first time they tried to run fully to the right side there with Gibbs, and thinking that maybe Patton's the easier one to run around than Riley. No, Patton's just as hard to run around.
Yeah, you really don't have an easy side here. This is and I think the Golden Eagles will find that out quickly, as you're not gonna find the edge quickly on any of these Tomcats.
As Davis in the backfield with Van Fossen. Davis quickly slings it out to Gibbs, but that was going to get nowhere quick.
Yeah.
Actually got there quick, just got nowhere.
Threw it just behind him as he was being rushed by the Tomcats defense. And another 4th down. It's going to be 4th and 12 from their own 34-yard line, and that'll send the punting unit back out here. Carter Greathouse, the punter, he had either a partially blocked kick or off the side kick that went into the hands of one of the D-backs. Owen Sikorsky returned it for the touchdown the last time they punted.
As the Tomcats trying to force Sikorsky to not take it this time, they move Osborne way up. He's basically on the 46, and then a false start is going to back him up more. So Sikorsky might be on the other side Osborne might be on the other side of the 50 here.
Yeah, I think he's going to move up again, and they're going to move him back 5. So that's going to bring up 4th down and 17 now. From their own 30-yard line. They'll be punting this ball right around the 20, actually. So,
and yes, Sikorsky's Osborne all the way in front of the 35.
And the ball was dropped, so Greathouse had to go pick it back up, and he just boots this one out of bounds. The Tomcats going to have starting field position in great position of the Golden Eagles territory.
As
they keep marking it off. It's actually going to go clear back to the 36 or 37-yard line. It's only about a 6 or 7 yard punt in all.
Right, as Greathouse had a little extra time to get into that one. Ward wasn't right in his face, but still just kind of put it straight up in the air. A little too much backspin.
Yeah, Tomcats didn't even, didn't rush it. They didn't even come after the punt. If they would have came after the punt, the punt ended up behind the punter. So, Greathouse had enough time to turn around, pick it up, and still get a kickoff. But probably feeling that pressure, he knew that they were going to be coming soon. This time, Jacek going to air it out this time, and it's going to be a completed pass. That's going to be Chase Henry, and Henry still on his feet down to the 5, and finally taken down. What a pass there by Jacek to Henry.
31 yards, Henry right down the middle. Got to get the senior a feed on homecoming.
Yeah. Chase Henry, not an easy man to take down. He, he gets that full head of steam about him in the open field.
I thought Van Fossen was going to go for a ride, truthfully.
And he did for a second, as it took him about 5 yards before he was finally drugged down. But the Tomcats inch into that score line, or that goal line again, trying to hit pay dirt. 1st and 5 for first and goal, I should say, from the 5.
Belpre is too spread out for the I formation here. It's going to be Moyer right down the middle.
And you are correct, and that is a touchdown. Man, couldn't call it any better there, Isaiah.
You just saw the way they were set up. There was way too much space for a pulling guard to get through there, and I don't even know if they needed the pulling guard because it was wide open.
So that goes 20-0, 7:14 here left in the first quarter, and the Tomcats come out to kick the extra point. Luke Osborne, 2 for 2 tonight. I'm not trying to jinx announcer drinks, but we'll see if he can go 3 for 3 here in the first quarter.
You'd love to see it.
As they go back here. Snap's good. Hold is down. Kick is up. And through the uprights, that's 3 for 3 for Luke Osborne. 21-0, 7:14 left in the first quarter. Tomcats rolling. We'll be back for your game of the week on 770 AM WAIS 103.9 FM.
What's one of the worst feelings you can get? The one that hits you in the pit of your stomach. You can't find your keys. I have a solution. Announcing the new location of Athens Automotive Keys at 528 Richland Avenue in Athens. Dan and Gloria can take care of lost keys, transponder keys and programming, key duplication for house or business, and they now provide locksmith service. Athens Automotive Keys is open Monday through Friday, noon till 5:30 at 528 Richland Avenue, Athens. Call 740-590-6843.
That man. Call the man. Call the man. Just call the man. Just call the man. You better call that man. Call the man. We'll call the man. Call the man. Why didn't you call the man? I should have called the man like you said.
Call Coach's Appliance Heating and Air to take care of your appliances along with your heating and cooling needs. Call or text Nick today at 740-594-1865. That's 740-594-1865. A family-owned business since 1986. Coach's Appliance Heating and Air. The high school game of the week on 770 WAIS, 103.9 FM, and WAISAMradio.com.
Welcome back. Colton Ward to kick it off here for the Tomcats after the touchdown by Moyer. Ward puts a boot into this one. High kick. It's going to be caught by Maverick. McCartney gets up to the 30, and that's where he'll be taken down. Maybe right to the 31. I think they're going to give him about a half yard more to the 31.
Looks like they are. Again, that was just set him up to run right down the middle, and then he does a very upright style of running, so if you don't grab him immediately, he does kind of just step backwards away from you. I've seen him do it a couple times.
So the Golden Eagles trying to get some offense going here. They have been unable to do so in their first 2 drives of this football game.
I have got 2 positive yards, unfortunately, so far.
Tomcats defense just hungry tonight.
Because, again, coming at you with that 5 front, it's how you set up against this power run, but it just is always going to overwhelm the Golden Eagles, especially if you send a blitzer like they just did. But they ran right around the blitzer to get 3 yards.
Yeah, this time picking up some positive yards, and that's really kind of the way the Golden Eagles needed to kind of get this started. So 2nd down and 7, as they were able to just kind of sneak past the blitzer.
Good job by Van Fossen. Just had a quick enough step at that moment, because it looked like Sikorsky was in there. He was going to be able to make that tackle.
Clock continues to run here in the first quarter. We're down to 6:40 left in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, Tomcats lead this one 21-0 in the first.
Van Fossen again. He's so close that you almost don't think there's any way he's going to get it.
Davis tries to get the ball into the hands of, this time it's going to be Gibbs.
So I think they did it on a little double reverse. So now Gibbs does pick up another 3 yards.
So now the Golden Eagles starting to move the ball a little bit here. They've got a short third down situation here. It's going to be 3rd down and 3.
Just had to feel a little better today. Although the Halloween music is playing out there, PA system, on the good 1s and 2s here at Gloucester Memorial Stadium.
That's right.
Great crew that we get to work with.
I think Michael Myers might be in the building here. Getting ever closer to the Halloween season.
Oh, we're in it. It's October.
Let's go.
It's going to be Davis in the shotgun. He's got Van Fossen beside him. Looks like he's got guys coming in motion, but in the end, nobody does. Davis whips it, and that is going to be incomplete and low for Gibbs. And Paul Sharp would have cleaned it up anyways.
Yeah, that was there was not much room after the catch. Sharp just kind of pounded him right as he caught the ball and made sure that he was not going to be able to keep a hold of that. So now 4th down and 3. This is you're down 21-0, Isaiah.
Offense is staying, yeah.
I think this is where you just go for it. I know you're still on your side of the field at your own 38, but I mean, why not? I mean, you know, the Tomcats have been moving every drive. You've got to do something here to try to create some positivity for your team. Davis is going to go in the shotgun set.
And Fossum with him, 2 receivers either side. Frank's coming down the middle. Excuse me, that's not Frank, that's Hart. But they do get a completion up top, number 3. That is Malachi Enzer, and it's a 1st down at the 50.
And that's a good 4th down call there. Nice job by the Golden Eagles and extending this drive. That's a 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line right at half field. And they're able to keep that offense out on the field.
As Davis just kind of whipped that out there, and Enzer was the first person to turn his head around.
Almost a pick there from the Tomcats, really close to an interception, but Enzer with those big hands able to rip it away and create extra yardage after the catch. So the Golden Eagles starting to put something together here.
As they can't stand here too long. I know we don't have play clocks running, but at some point, you got to think the 5 is going to, there goes the 10 from the officials, so maybe they had just enough time in that huddle.
Davis goes under center. He's going to hit the ball, I think, almost came out on the ground.
It might be. I don't know if Van Fossen got back on that and just fell over or what it was.
Looked like it might have been a busted play as Van Fossen went the other way. Davis was looking for him on the left side, and Van Fossen went to the right, but still got the handoff off. But it is going to be a 1-yard loss to the 49. Back on their side of the field they go.
Davis gets the play from the sideline, it looks like. And
now
rallies it to the troops. Relays it.
4 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the first quarter.
They're going to take their time here, certainly, and just run the game that they want to run if you're the Golden Eagles. So could stop the Tomcats from putting every point on the board that they want to.
That's exactly right. You know, you kind of stop the bleeding when you can keep possession. And Tomcats bring everybody. This time it's going to be a completed pass behind the line of scrimmage to Chase Mays, but that's going to be if he got back to the line of scrimmage.
I think they're going to go with a 0 on that.
Yeah, still at the 49, so lucky there because the Tomcats brought the house.
They did, and then obviously with it being a screen pass, everybody was in Davis's face. He did a good job of dumping it off at the right time, and I think the Halloween music playing this time around is going to matter on third down.
It might be a little more daunting this time. Yeah, that's 3rd and 11 now. See if the Tomcats defense can hold here and potentially get these Golden Eagles off the field yet again. Davis going to go shotgun set this time. Goes back to pass. Draws out to his right side. Looks for a man. It's going to be a pick. And there's going to be nobody catching him. My goodness, the speed is going to the house.
I think that's Moyer that was out there, made the move, and then just sprinted down the sidelines. Matthew Moyer.
My goodness. That's actually Noah Smith, the senior.
Smith, yes.
Wide receiver playing D-back on that one.
He's pretty much a defensive specialist, listed as the wide receiver, and I thought it was Moyer out there because they both have switched a little bit on that far corner spot, but a great job by Smith stepping up.
And the Tomcats defense does what they do, create the turnover and create the 6.
They were waiting for one of those passes from Davis to just hang a little bit longer than it has been, and that one certainly did. So Osborne's now going to have a chance to make it 4 for 4 here in the first quarter.
Snaps up a little high. Kick is up, but it is going to be blocked this time. So 3 for 4 for him. He misses that extra point attempt. 27-0, 3:08 left to play in the first quarter. Tomcats rolling big. We'll be back for your game of the week on 770 AM WAIS 103.9 FM.
Our area is a great place to live. It's a great place to raise a family. One of our basic purposes is to serve the financial needs of this area. The money we lend is used to send kids to college, finance new businesses which create new jobs, and much, much more. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank. Together we grow. Member FDIC. Online at first-national.com.
Rutland Bottled Gas has propane for almost every need. Home, farm, industry, greenhouse, lodges, and cabin rentals. They sell and install heaters made by Buck Stove, Empire Comfort Systems, and Heat Star. Ranges by Crosley and grills by Weber. Rutland's specialty is installing and setting up propane systems that make your world more comfortable. 2 offices to serve you. The Plains at 177 North Plains Road and in Rutland at 282 Main Street. Stop by, call, or visit them at rutlandbottlegas.com for more information. Rutland Bottled Gas since 1947. 740-797-4675. The high school game of the week on 770 WAIS, 103.9 FM, and WAISAMradio.com.
Welcome back here inside of Gloucester Memorial Stadium, as it is the Tomcats after the pick six. Mixed extra point, but it is 27-0 Tomcats with 3:08 left in the first. Colton Ward to kick it off yet again. He's getting practice this quarter.
He really is, and that one's going to be a pretty good one right at McCartney again. He drops it that time, and it goes forward. Tomcats got to get to him.
And the Tomcats finally get him hit there, and McCartney didn't really get much out of it. He gets back to the 29-yard line where the Golden Eagles will take over 1st and 10.
Has Ward either kicked the tee on that one or ran with it in his cleat, because they had their tee picker-up guy over here on the sideline. He had to go pick it up dang near at the 50. So Ward might have got under it a touch on that one.
That's a chip shot right there. He got some grass.
The tee shouldn't be going 15 yards.
No, I wouldn't say so. It's one of those, the club went further than the ball moments.
Davis under center, Van Fossen behind him. They bring, I believe, the other Davis in motion. He's all the way on the outside. Gets around Riley that time, but
oh my goodness.
Osborne. Wow.
Shoot.
Or wait, is that?
That's Paul Sharp.
Paul Sharp. I couldn't tell.
Paul Sharp just laid probably the hit of the night, maybe the hit of the year on Davis.
Paul Sharp's that kind of guy. You know he's going to tee up if he gets the opportunity. And you saw him come around that corner. You saw Warren Davis turn that corner, and then all of a sudden, Sharp shot the arms back.
Yeah, he did.
Sharp shot the arms back and through.
Just launched right at him. And, legal hit. It wasn't a launch into the head or neck.
Because he hit him right in the chest.
It was just straight chest, and just he's going to feel that into next week, that's for sure.
As now, same formation, but they kick someone a little further out. I think that's Davis. They turn. Davis is going to try to run it behind Van Fossen, and he gets a whole lot of nowhere, maybe back to that original line of scrimmage for one.
Yeah, I think they're going to mark him actually right at the
in between
spot where they were at. Yeah, so it's going to be a gain of 0. Right to the it's going to be 3rd down and 11. Yeah, 3rd down and 11 there for the Golden Eagles. And with 1:44, the clock still runs here in the first quarter. We'll see if this Tomcats defense can keep putting on a show here on homecoming night.
This is one of those ones where you might expect a pass, and this is a chance for the Tomcats to pick it off. And unfortunately, they are going to go false start because I believe the center swiped the ball when they did their whole formation change there.
Yeah, you had a shift going on, and that will be a false start, which, the Golden Eagles, as if they've had enough issues tonight, penalties aren't something that they need, as they've had a hard enough time just trying to put positive yardage on the board. So that'll push them back 5 more and make it 3rd down and 17 from their own 22-yard line now. Clock continues to run after that penalty. It's going to be 1:05 left here in the first quarter. Davis goes shotgun set. Sends a man in motion. He's going to hand it off. That's going to go to number 11, Gibbs.
Gets about a yard, it looks like.
So that'll bring up 3rd down and 16. They'll have to go one more play here with 45 seconds left in the first quarter. They can't let the clock run out yet, so they'll have to run one more.
I mean, if you're Belpre, do you
point,
you punt this
you gotta
one,
punt
right?
the ball.
Because you're not going to run the chance of starting the second quarter with the Tomcats having it on the 25.
Yeah, it's too far back. I think even if you are down, 4 scores, it comes a point where it's just not smart to go for it that far back.
As the Tomcats aren't sending anybody deep. Looks like Moyer's the one who's going to stand the deepest, and that's not a lot. Knuckleball. Oh, wow, takes a major Belpre kick, and then stays in bounds the whole time.
It does. It goes all the way down to the Tomcats' 34-yard line, and with 4 seconds left, the Tomcats will run one more play here in the first quarter, but that was a good kick.
It was a heck of a bounce. I mean, great. The knuckleball did get him to about the 49 of the Golden Eagles there, and then it just took a major spin.
Sure did.
It's Jasek. You can just tell he's got confidence jogging there to that huddle, after, being there for, at this point, 6 games.
Yeah, he's definitely taking the reins here as this varsity leader at quarterback. Jasek, feels comfortable out there as a sophomore, and he'll have 2 more years after this to hone in and make himself even better. They'll go in the I formation to start this last play of the first quarter, and they're going to hand it off. It's going to be Sikorsky up the right side. He's got room, gets up to the 50, and he spins out of one, and then finally gets taken down to the 46-yard line, and that's will do it here for the end of the first quarter. Tomcats up 27-0. We'll take a break as we switch sides of the field and be back for your Game of the Week on 103.9 FM, 770 AM, WAIS.
Psst, want to know how to get more for less? I'm talking the most bang for your buck. It's the one and only McDonald's app, slinging deals every day. So start with your choice of any breakfast sandwich, like a delicious crispy chicken biscuit or tasty Egg McMuffin for just $3. Or spend just $1 and get free medium fries. The McDonald's app is out here doing the most, and you're getting more because of it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 9/16/24 to 10/6/24 participating McDonald's. Valid when product served. Valid once a day. Must opt into rewards. Excludes tax.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, come to Tink's Auto Trading Post, located on State Route 13, just off of Route 33 and Columbus Road in Athens. With over 30 years of experience, you can trust that you will get a great deal at a great price. We also offer routine maintenance on your cars, such as brakes, oil changes, and tires. Tink's Auto Trading Post, where less overhead means less markup. Remember to think Tink for your next great car deal. Tink's Auto Trading Post, 740-594-8465, or visit us on the web at tinksautotradingpost.com.
The high school game of the week on 770 WAIS, 103.9 FM, and WAISAMradio.com.
Welcome back with 12 minutes on the clock here. Second quarter action underway. It's going to be a fake handoff. Jasek going to pass. Launches one into the air, and it's going to be incomplete. Ooh. Nice hands there on the defense. That's number 1, Chase Mays, the intended receiver, trying to see who that is on the far side of the field.
That was Sharp out there. That was just one of those ones that we're going for Paul Sharp on the go, no matter what, off the play action. And it was just a good job by Mays to turn around at the last second, because Sharp was the only one with his eyes on the ball. Mays just kind of threw his hand up.
Yeah, Mays, good job being right place at the right time, throwing your hand up right at the exact moment, because I think Sharp definitely had the catch there for sure. But that'll put the Tomcats 2nd down and 10. I formation. It's going to be a fake pitch and handoff. This time going to go to Luke Osborne. Osborne gets up to the 30. Spin move, still on his feet, and he gets up to the 21-yard line. Nice run by the fullback and a first down.
As they go counter to the fullback, and he just plows his way up there to about the 24-yard line. Not too shabby out of Luke Osborne.
Haven't really seen Luke Osborne run the ball too much at fullback. We saw him in our last game here against Wellston. He was actually our player of the game for the amount of blocks that he was able to throw up, and he actually had that big touchdown catch as well. So Luke Osborne kind of does it all out there as he runs that fullback position. I formation again, 2 receivers out to the left. This time going to be a handoff to Sikorsky.
Puts a man in the dirt, puts 2 in the dirt.
Gets up to the 15-yard line. and close to the first down, but I think he's going to be about 2 yards short.
It's the first time that he's been held under 10 yards on a rush so far tonight.
Owen Skorsky just running with force out there, and like you said, just stiff-armed 2 men to the ground.
I think he was looking for the stiff arm. Coaches were saying, hey, you could have gotten to the outside just a touch more. You're like, yeah, but then I couldn't have put 2 guys on the ground.
Couldn't have had the contact, Coach. I want the contact. So 2nd down and 2 here for the Tomcats, 27-0. Tomcats leading this one on homecoming night here at Gloucester Memorial. I formation again, 2 receivers out to the right this time. This time Moyer's got the handoff. He's got room up the right side. Makes 1 man miss, gets up towards the goal line, but a flag on the play.
As Luke Osborne already knows, I'm not sure if they're saying it's a hold or if they're going to say it was blocking the back there. There was a man on his face, and it was Luke Davis.
Yeah, they are going to say blocking the back. That is the call. So that's going to pin the Tomcats back on what would have been a good run and a first down close to the goal line. Now takes the Tomcats back 2nd down and 12.
As I think Osborne just he put his hands on whoever was in front of him, not realizing it was a back.
Exactly.
Until it was a little too late.
And he knew it. He knew it as soon as he he got up. He was looking for the official to point at him. So this time Jacek going to go out of the shotgun set. He's going to send man in motion. That's going to be Chase Patton.
As Jacek was looking sharp all day, he's booting out to his left, still trying to get to Sharp in the corner of the end zone, and that's not going to be where you want it.
Yeah, trying to throw it cross-body there, and he just throws it out the side of the end zone. Nobody's going to be able to touch that.
So now the first 3rd down for the Tomcats of the night, and behind the sticks at that.
So we'll see what the Tomcats can draw up here, trying to extend this drive. But the Belpre Golden Eagles doing a good job at, penalties kill, but at the same time, the Golden Eagles doing a good job playing defense, especially on that pass game. They've had 2 broken-up passes in this drive alone.
As Sikorsky's back in the backfield, it's going to be Osborne standing in front of him. And there's more receivers and tight ends on the field than I actually think I can count.
I formation, Jacek going to fake handoff. It's going to be a screen over Sikorsky. Makes 1 man miss. Trying to get to the outside. 2 man miss. Cuts to the inside. He's got space.
He's got flag in the middle. Another flag coming because Paul Sharp is all excited, but I think he was blocking behind, against the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to call the flag here. We'll see what they bring it back to.
There was 1, but then there was Paul Sharp laying somebody out, again, against the line of scrimmage that I don't think is, unfortunately, as much as we wish those calls were still legal, they are not.
No, it's whether it's a blindside or what that was, but Sikorsky did make it to the end zone, but this will be brought back again.
And it's from the spot.
I didn't see exactly what the call was, but this is going to bring it back to the 30-yard line now. So now 3rd down, and that's going to be a long way. What is that, 3rd down and 17?
As they do finally say it's crackback block. Yes, 3rd down and just about 17-16. Sikorsky out, Moyer in, and they're going spread. For the first time tonight, we see 4 receivers in the formation.
Trips receivers off to the left. Jacek looking to the left. Throws it up there. He's got Sharp wide open, and that's a touchdown. Paul Sharp, 30-yard touchdown pass from Brady Jacek, and that extends the Tomcat lead, 33-0.
As you put too many people out there for the Golden Eagles to really account for, and all of a sudden they started running goes, and Paul Sharp was wide open. Just took Jacek enough to get him there.
Sharp didn't have anybody covering him at all. Yeah, he had all day to catch that one.
As they jog Ward and Everett off, because they are going to kick this one. And it looks like they're going to let Chase Henry kick this one.
Yeah, why not? Let the senior tight end have a kick.
And I thought they were going to let him do it with the robotic knee, but he's switching up. He's going to kick it lefty. Okay, Chase Henry.
Snaps away. And
bad snap.
Kick is up, and it is no good, low. And that's going to be 33-0 with 9:47 left here in the first half. Tomcats lead. We'll be back for your game of the week on 770 AM WAIS and 103.9 FM.
I'm Dr. Amy Maggard, and I'm a pediatrician at Holzer in Athens. Choosing to practice here meant coming home for me, and I'm able to give back to the community that I love. When it comes to local health care, think Holzer first.
I'm Dr. Aaron Ramsey, and I've been a chiropractor here at Holzer Athens for 20 years. I love this community and its people. It's why I choose to work and raise my family here. It's all about community, and that's why I think Holzer first.
There's only one perfect food for watching or listening to sports. Pizza! Get ready for the game by calling one of the 3 locations of Little Italy Pizza in Nelsonville, Gloucester, or New Straitsville. Dough made fresh every day with 3 crusts to choose from, with all the toppings a pizza lover craves. Little Italy Pizza also features mouth-watering subs, sandwiches, salads, and appetizers. Open 7 days a week. Gloucester, New Straitsville, and Nelsonville. Locally owned and operated.
The high school game of the week on 770 WAIS, 103.9 FM, and WAISAMradio.com.
Welcome in as the Tomcats score again on a 30-yard touchdown pass from Brady Jasek to Paul Sharp. 33-0 is your score here in the second quarter.
Trevor Gowan gets into that kickoff. It's going to be short right in the hands of Mays. Turns and hands it back to Van Fossen, who gets popped immediately at the 25, and they sling him back to the 20.
Yeah, they certainly do. It's the handoff there kind of just left his man hanging. He had Tomcats all down his neck. And they do go ahead and call it at the 25-yard line is where they'll start it. But that must have been his forward progress.
That is about where he first got contacted there. I think, if anything, you should have just let Mays with the full head of steam off a short kick. Just run it.
Yeah, he may have gotten up to about the 30 at least. So
I mean, that's where he had it, is at the 30. So
Golden Eagles just trying to do anything they can to make some positives out of this game. It is certainly getting out of hand. So 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. The Eagles take over, and we'll see if they can make anything happen. Under center goes Davis.
Bring the other Davis across. They're going to hand it to him on the outside. He does get around Riley that time, but the hold is coming back. That's why, as I do believe, that was Mason Hart in the middle finishing things up.
Yeah, the Tomcats don't make it that easy to get to the outside typically, so we're probably going to see this one come back, like you said, right in the spot. So now we're going to bring up 1st down and 20. Puts the ball back to the 15-yard line.
So walk it on back here.
And that's not exactly what you're looking for the Golden Eagles on a team that's already struggled putting up positive yards.
Right.
Now starting 1st and 20.
The formation doesn't change a lot. They send one man out far. That's going to be Mays. They turn, try to hand it to Van Fossen. He's not going much of anywhere.
He's going to get a loss of 2 there, it looks like. So Tomcats defense just relentless here.
Corbin Lanning said, you're going to go nowhere and you're going to like it. And I'm going to walk you back here and you're going to like it. And Van Fossen, I don't think he liked it, but he did it.
He did it anyway, exactly. So now 2nd and 21. It looks like 22, but they're saying 21 on the scoreboard.
They're going to line up the same formation here. Mays is the one kicked out far to the left, or excuse me, to the right.
Man in motion. And they hit him in the backfield immediately. The handoff on the end around did not go anywhere except another loss, and takes it back to the 10-yard line now.
They tried to give it to McCartney, and it was sniffed out quick. That was either, I believe that was number 53 stepping up there, Marcus Cable.
So now 3rd and 25. They're at the 10, have to get to the 35-yard line.
You want to get a chunk here because, as much as Davis has done okay tonight in the air over the last couple throws, you know that the Tomcats can easily get to him.
Yeah, they certainly can, and it looks like they're bringing him too. So Davis out of the shotgun. He's going to keep it himself and not get anywhere except maybe a loss of 2 more.
So they just kept moving back, and now you're 4th down and deep. You're putting Greathouse in the end zone to punt it, and you got to think the Tomcats are going to come after it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, why wouldn't you? You've got the Belpre Golden Eagles backed up so far, and they've had some trouble with getting the punts off, and also, at least collecting the snaps off the long snap. So Greathouse will go back from his own end zone.
He'll be in the middle there. But the Tomcats, they're not sending anybody deep. They're not even sending anybody to really go get it. They're just going to let Greathouse kick it and see what he does.
And he did drop the snap. This one's actually a pretty decent kick. It's going to take a big roll.
It's just rolling, so it's going to keep going.
And actually very good punt there again.
Really flipped the field. As
the Tomcats just decided not to even rush at it. I mean, they would have actually probably had a block or a safety, as Greathouse wasn't able to corral the long snap. But they just went ahead, backed off of it, let him kick it, and said, we'll go ahead and take the field position where you're going to give it, as we've been able to run all over you tonight, no problem. They start from their own 41-yard line.
7 minutes to go here in your first half. We will have a running clock to start. At least that's the way it looks now. But we'll see if the Tomcats can put up one, maybe two more here.
Yeah, there's a chance here. Yeah, you
still got your starters in. I mean, you got to think they're going to probably turn their hand to Sikorsky, and he's still one of the only ones to not find the end zone tonight. He's raring to go.
Well, he found the end zone on the block punt, or the kind of pooch punt.
Right.
But not on the offense. This time they pass it over to Sharp, and Sharp gets dropped back actually for maybe a 1 yard loss or a half-yard loss.
As he was unfortunately brought down by Chase Patton.
Patton tried to get out there to the outside.
Kind of got blown up on his block, and then he was in the way. That's a tough one to see.
So it will remain 2nd and 10, so he did get back to the line of scrimmage. And Tomcats will have it 2nd down and 10. Clock continues to run here, 6:20 left in the first half here on homecoming night. Jasek out of the shotgun, going to hand it off. Sikorsky trying to find room. Strong run, and he's going to pick up a first down and a couple more as he picks up 11 there.
Great job. As again, looked like he was looking for contact a little bit, was Owen Sikorsky. And then immediately used some speed to also get the yardage he needed.
So that first down run now gives the Tomcats a fresh set of downs and puts the ball at the 47-yard line of the Golden Eagles.
Jasek in the shotgun here. Just got to wonder if Tomcats are working on a few things now because they have that opportunity. As Gowan decides I'm going to run over somebody, and he does, and McCartney made short of a yard on it as well.
So they're going to give him actually a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7 for the Tomcats.
3, could have been 4, could have been 5 even. He kind of crawled over to McCartney there.
He certainly did. And these Tomcat running backs, that's one thing. They really burst through the hole with a head of speed. And that's all the running backs that carry the ball for the Tomcats.
Oh, yeah. Gowan, Moyer, Sikorsky, Osborne, Jasek even, as he's going to step back and pass in this one. He's going on the outside to Chase Patton. In and out of the fingers of the big guy.
Just a little bit led too far there, but still a good attempt as Patton just unable to come down with it. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Tomcats.
Last 3rd down, they were able to pick it up without too much of an issue. You'd think Jasek's got, and Coach Ferris, you think they've got the ability to do it.
One thing we have not seen the Tomcats do tonight is the wishbone formation. They have steered away from the wishbone all night thus far.
They've really been in the eye, which is something we've seen of them a lot more of this season anyways, is liking the eye and liking getting Chase Patton on the outside a little bit more. So they go in the eye, and they go Gowan on a counter. He's got space. Now he's got more. Trevor Gowan.
And he's still going, and he's going to – that could have been a horse collar there as he gets kind of picked up by the back of his collar. But a big first down for the Tomcats as he gets it to the 9-yard line. That's going to be 1st and goal.
Great job by Gowan there to get it just about 37 yards.
So the Belpre Golden Eagles just unable to stop him again. They had a 3rd down, had the attempt to try to get that 4th down, and the Tomcats come out and break away yet again. 4:43 left here in the first half. I formation. Tomcats hand it off. It's going to be Moyer.
He's just trying to beat everybody to the outside. He does.
Moyer's going to pick up a good chunk of that yardage, but he's going to be just short of the goal. They'll mark him down, I think, 2 yards short of the goal line.
Just about there, so solid 8 yards from Matt Moyer. He's only had to carry the ball twice tonight. He does have a touchdown. Could put another one in as well. We'll see who they jog out there. It looks like Sikorsky is on the sideline, so he'll go ahead and wait for his maybe offensive touchdown.
Yeah,
why
not,
one.
you know?
He'll wait.
And they do keep Moyer out there, so he'll be the back with Osborne playing fullback position. He does a great job at that leading block position at fullback.
Jason,
really he's going to hand it off this time to Osborne. Osborne going to get forward, and that's a touchdown for the Tomcats.
2 yards and a touchdown for the fullback on a straight dive. That's how they were feeling. And the Tomcats easily opened the hole up enough for their guy to get in.
And that now makes it 39-0, 3:45 left here in the first half.
And they're getting the signal for the kick, so who's going to jog out there and do it? As Sharp, he's waiting for the kicking tee. Somebody's got to give me the kicking tee. As I'm not sure who's going to step back and kick it. Osborne is this time, but he's still waiting. They need the kicking tee.
And they still are looking for it. There's, the two players, they don't have it. They have no idea where it's at. Oh, there it is. They finally found it.
And it was there the whole time. They just weren't paying attention.
And they've got to hurry here.
So now they got Ward stepping back to kick it. They're letting everybody kick, but the Tomcats have got to move quick.
10 seconds.
So Ward's got to turn.
Snap's good. Holds down. Kick is up. And off to the right. No good. So that'll be 39-0. That'll remain that score. And we'll be back for your game of the week here on 770 AM WAIS 103.9 FM.
Tax season's greetings from your friends at H&R Block. Whether you choose to file virtually, in person, or via drop-off, let's make it a season worth celebrating. File your way with H&R Block and get upfront, transparent pricing, expert help at every step, and a max refund guarantee that means you'll ring in the season by getting every dollar you deserve. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund. Limitations apply. See hrblock.com/guarantees.
H&R Block at 507 Richland Avenue in the old Morrison School Building in Athens. 740-589-5403. Who can you turn to when you need a general contractor? Choose someone with over 30 years of experience, is licensed and insured. Choose the professionals at J&K Contracting. They're a full-service commercial and residential contractor. From new builds to remodeling, J&K Contracting has you covered from the ground up. Excavating or concrete, roofing or siding, replacement windows or decks, kitchen and bathroom remodels. One call, they really do it all. Call J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521. That's J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521. The high school game of the week on 770 WAIS, 103.9 FM, and WAISAMradio.com.
Welcome in Colton Ward to kick off for the Tomcats after the 2-yard touchdown run by Luke Osborne. That gives the Tomcats the lead 39-0. Ward gets this one up, a good kick, and that's going to be returned. I think that's going to be I couldn't see the number out there.
54. They're just throwing numbers out there that we don't have. Maybe 34, excuse me, Gunnar Willis. I think that's the only number that ends in a 4 on this team.
Yeah, that had to have been...
It is the only number that ends in a 4 on the team is 34, so it had to be Gunnar Willis.
So good job there by the Tomcats. Just really not allowing anything to happen there.
Right, in terms of a straight return, that's the best that they've, not given up on that kickoff return so far.
So from their own 28-yard line with 3:32 left here in the first half. Shotgun set. Davis.
Just trying to get somebody to jump, and the Belpre might have enough, but now they're going to send McCartney in motion and then counter handoff to Van Fossen from nowhere.
Van Fossen's going to lose 2 to 3 yards there. And the clock continues to run 3 minutes and 5 seconds until the half.
Yeah, I think Belpre's doing everything they can to just hold it for 3 minutes here.
I mean, you've got to do something. You don't want the Tomcats to put up any more points in this first half. And
considering you do give it back to them at halftime, or after half.
Yeah, and that's they deferred. Belpre did defer.
Oh, that's right, that's right. Excuse me.
Yeah, Belpre did defer to the second half. This time it'll be Van Fossen on the left side of Davis. They send McCartney in motion. They hand it off to McCartney, trying to find that outside edge, and he's going to lose another 3 or 4 yards.
Who came through to finish that one up? Was that Sharp or Osborne? I couldn't quite tell.
Back to their own 20 now, so just continue to lose negative yard. Just can't find positive yardage. I mean, this Trimble defense not allowing any positive yards out here.
I mean,
they've allowed 1 first down tonight.
They're a suffocating kind of group.
Play that 5-man front. It's hard to get any kind of edge running, and that's what the Golden Eagles are trying to do. Davis going to go shotgun again. This one kind of botched around. He didn't keep it himself.
He got popped. Goodness gracious. Every hit that Tomcats do seem to lay on Golden Eagles are just wallops.
Maybe gets about a quarter of a yard back, but nothing to really do anything about. So 4th and 18, still 1:32 clock runs, but with 4th down, you're going to have to kick it here. Greathouse comes back out to punt. The Tomcats, yet again, don't send anybody back to return this one.
See if they at least go after it a little bit. Sikorsky, Osborne, Hart, they all step a little closer, but now they're going to step back.
Greathouse gets the snap. Kick is up. End over end kick this time. This one takes a high bounce and continues to roll in favor of the Golden Eagles, and they'll down it at the 41-yard line. And that's where the Tomcats will take over 1st down and 10. And I think they actually make it to their own 42. So,
and 1:03 there on the clock. So you got to think that there's at least one play coming from the Tomcats here.
Yeah, I don't see why not. You know, you're going to take your starters out at halftime. I mean, their night will be done at the end of this first half, and then you'll put your JV guys in, let them have a whole half of football. But just go ahead and run it. You know, why not?
You know, Sikorsky's still probably thinking he needs an offensive touchdown. I feel like he probably is.
I formation again. Jasek under center. It's going to be a handoff. They go straight up the gut, and Sikorsky goes forward for about 3 yards, maybe 4. So they do give him 4 yards on that. Well, no, now they mark it back 3 yards. So to the 45-yard line with 40 seconds left here in the first half. Tomcats leading 39-0. It's been them all night long here in this first half of football.
We'll talk about it in our Athens Insurance Services halftime. There's a lot of zeros on the board in the area right now. As Sikorsky, he's got it. He's got the left side. Sharp might lay a big enough block for him to get there, but he does get forced out by Luke Davis right at the end.
So forcing him out of bounds, that does stop the clock, but that is a first down. So the Tomcats continue to run.
Yeah, he does end up just only picking up about 10. Just barely get past there.
So they get inside of Belpre territory yet again to the 47-yard line.
And now Sikorsky steps out. So it's going to be Moyer, I believe, in. And he'll get the opportunity to finish up the half. 22 on the clock, 22 in the backfield.
Jasek's actually going to go shotgun set this time. He sends dual receivers out each side.
It's pass all the way.
He's going deep. He's got a man open. And that one, a flag on the play.
Wow.
And they're going to call pass interference this time. That's going to be Mays.
And I think it's because Mays never looked at the ball. I'm not sure he ever contacted Osborne, though, as the ball just kind of ran into the back of Mays. But nonetheless, it's going to be a first down. It's going to be in, deeper into positive territory here for the Tomcats with 15 seconds on the clock.
And this is a chance for the Tomcats to maybe shoot one up in the end zone again. You've got 2 speedy guys out there. You have Osborne, you have Sharp. Heck, you even have number 81, Noah Smith, that had a big pick 6.
Might as well give, got your tight ends in between Hooper, Patton, and Henry. Give them all an opportunity.
I mean, Henry's had a good catch tonight. Give Patton another chance. Throw it at him. Give your tight end another chance.
They're going to do shotgun, so it's certainly an opportunity.
They're going to go ahead and hand it off. Moyer this time gets up the side, and he's going to be down, and I think that's probably going to do it for the first half. They're not going to run another play, but that's going to do it for your first half of football. Oh, wait, they're going to call timeout. Are they calling timeout?
I think somebody
did.
Somebody called a timeout.
So we'll go ahead and actually they said keep the clock rolling.
So no timeout.
So will that just do it?
So the Tomcats just walked away. Okay.
Okay, so they're just going to go ahead and run this one out. And that will do it for the first half of football. The Tomcats lead this one 39-0 at halftime. We'll be back for your Athens Insurance Services halftime show here on 770 AM WAIS and 103.9 FM.
Discover your future at Tri-County Career Center, where students earn industry-recognized credentials in fields like nursing, HVAC, networking, and welding. Dive into a learning experience that equips you with the job-focused skills needed to succeed in the workforce, the military, or college. Whether you're eyeing our 2-year programs or adult courses, you too can boost your earning potential. Take the first step today. Call 800-637-6508 or visit us at TriCountyHighTech.com. Tri-County proudly supports all student athletes.
What's one of the worst feelings you can get? The one that hits you in the pit of your stomach. You can't find your keys. I have a solution. Announcing the new location of Athens Automotive Keys at 528 Richland Avenue in Athens. Dan and Gloria can take care of lost keys, transponder keys and programming, key duplication for house or business, and they now provide locksmith service. Athens Automotive Keys is open Monday through Friday, noon till 5:30 at 528 Richland Avenue, Athens. Call 740-590-6843.
That man. Call the man. Call the man. Just call the man. Just call the man. You better call that man. Call the man. We'll call the man. Call the man. Why didn't you call the man? I should have called the man like you said.
Call Coach's Appliance Heating and Air to take care of your appliances along with your heating and cooling needs. Call or text Nick today at 740-594-1865. That's 740-594-1865. A family-owned business since 1986. Coach's Appliance Heating and Air.
Our area is a great place to live. It's a great place to raise a family. One of our basic purposes is to serve the financial needs of this area. The money we lend is used to send kids to college, finance new businesses which create new jobs, and much, much more. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank. Together we grow. Member FDIC. Online at first-national.com.
Tax season's greetings from your friends at H&R Block. Whether you choose to file virtually, in person, or via drop-off, let's make it a season worth celebrating. File your way with H&R Block and get upfront, transparent pricing, expert help at every step, and a max refund guarantee that means you'll ring in the season by getting every dollar you deserve. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund. Limitations apply. See hrblock.com/guarantees.
H&R Block at 507 Richland Avenue in the old Morrison School Building in Athens. 740-589-5403.
I'm Dr. Amy Maggard, and I'm a pediatrician at Holzer in Athens. Choosing to practice here meant coming home for me, and I'm able to give back to the community that I love. When it comes to local health care, think Holzer first.
I'm Dr. Aaron Ramsey, and I've been a chiropractor here at Holzer Athens for 20 years. I love this community and its people. It's why I choose to work and raise my family here. It's all about community, and that's why I think Holzer first.
There's only one perfect food for watching or listening to sports. Pizza! Get ready for the game by calling one of the 3 locations of Little Italy Pizza in Nelsonville, Gloucester, or New Straitsville. Dough made fresh every day with 3 crusts to choose from, with all the toppings a pizza lover craves. Little Italy Pizza also features mouth-watering subs, sandwiches, salads, and appetizers. Open 7 days a week. Gloucester, New Straitsville, and Nelsonville. Locally owned and operated.
Who can you turn to when you need a general contractor? Choose someone with over 30 years of experience, is licensed and insured. Choose the professionals at J&K Contracting. They're a full-service commercial and residential contractor. From new builds to remodeling, J&K Contracting has you covered from the ground up. Excavating or concrete, roofing or siding, replacement windows or decks, kitchen and bathroom remodels. One call, they really do it all. Call J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521. That's J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521. The high school game of the week on 770 WAIS, 103.9 FM, and WAISAMradio.com.
Welcome into your Athens Insurance Services halftime show. I'm Dustin Goldsberry alongside Isaiah Lyle. Lori Saunders keeping us back on at the studio as the Belpre Golden Eagles band plays a great performance here for us at halftime. And the Golden Eagle band, they never fail to disappoint. They have quite a few members out there. They've got a whole color guard. They've got the props. They've got the xylophones. They've got keyboards, drums, percussion like crazy. And, they do bring their band well everywhere they travel. We were able to see that at Alexander this year, that we were able to catch their performance. A good competition band, but the here at homecoming night at Trimble, the fans definitely getting a show. That's a good thing. They got a show in the first half from their home team. The Trimble Tomcats leading this one 39-0 at halftime, and it has been all Tomcats all night here inside Gloucester Memorial Stadium.
I mean, it started quickly. They had 2 plays, went 70 yards, and scored a touchdown. It was very quick that they, got on the board and then turned it right around, and 3 plays later, they punt returned for a touchdown as well. Owen Skorsky doing a good job, kind of just thinking heads up on that. He saw a ball in the air, and he said, I'll take it. And that kind of forced the Tomcats to then not pressure on punts the rest of the night. Obviously taking care of that side of the ball. Coach Ferris thought he was, everybody did a good job, so he's like, all right, you can step back, and then the rushing game, they stepped it up again, scored another. Passing games got one. So Tomcats are doing it all around, which on a game like this, it's kind of what you want. You want to check all your boxes and make sure everything's still running, kind of in a fine-tuning kind of motion, knowing what you've got over the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, you've got your toughest 2 games in the conference coming up in week 8 and week 9. And that really will kind of, play a big role to see where the Tomcats will land when it comes time for the playoffs. And, with hosting games and you look at home field advantage, there's a lot of things that can happen with those 2 big games that are coming up. And I think with Coach Ferris, with not returning the punts, you're giving yourself an opportunity to run your full offense in full field. The smartness of Coach Ferris, he's been doing this a long time, and he knows exactly what he needed to do there. Just go ahead and give yourself, midfield, maybe 60, 70 yards to go. It really opens up the field for you to kind of run what you want to do on your offense and get a really good practice in. It's a when you're playing a team that is struggling like Belpre is this year, it's one of those games that you knew you were coming in with the ability to win big, but at the same time you want your guys to be able to run through your offense, run through your defense. They've done just that tonight, and I think pretty flawlessly. Only a couple penalties out there that you've seen. And nothing really that big. You crackback block. You've had a block in the back as well. But other than that, you really haven't had any false start penalties. You haven't had any fumbles. No interceptions thrown. You've played a pretty flawless half when it comes to an offensive and defensive side of the ball. If you're the Trimble Tomcats, I'd say you really couldn't be much happier to be able to play like that in this first half.
Right, and you talk about those mental things like a false start. Like, they've been going on 2. You can tell there's Jacek out there going on 2, going on, a silent count. They are really working through as much as the Tomcats feel comfortable working through in this game. And they're doing it flawlessly, as you said.
Yeah.
They're doing a pretty darn good job at it there and not letting Belpre really try to affect this game in the least.
And they're spreading it out. That's another big thing for the Tomcats is you're spreading it around. You're spreading the love to all of your players. You're giving your playmakers the opportunity. They work hard all week in practice. They put in the effort. You're giving them the opportunity to show that effort on the field. And for all the homecoming people that are here, you've got grandparents, family, friends, aunts, uncles, cousins. Everybody comes out to homecoming here in Gloucester. And you're giving these kids the opportunity to show that off in front of their family and friends. And really just a fun night for homecoming. And, with the Tomcats rolling like this, you're giving a great show for the fans.
It is, and that's what you want at Gloucester Memorial Stadium, late in the year like this. You just want good football, and that's what the Tomcats bring you.
And that's exactly what I think they'll continue to do. You've got to think, if you're just joining us, it is 39-0. The Tomcats rolling in this one as, they play the Belpre Golden Eagles in this TVC hockey matchup. You got to think second half is probably going to show us, what the future of the Trimble Tomcats is going to look like a little more, as you'll see more and more starters coming off the field. You might see a little bit more here in the third quarter.
Run Brady Jacek out there for at least another quarter of this game.
There's a chance that you come in and pad a little bit more. But I think at some point you've got to think, okay, we've got the bleeding going good enough to where we're just going to go ahead and put our second-string guys in. They're the ones that take the beatings in practice against your first string anyway. Let them go out there, have their opportunity as well. It's their homecoming night too. Give them a shot, and when you're up big like this, everybody gets to play. That's just, it's a kind of game it's going to be. And with the running clock that we will start with, that you got to expect these next 2 quarters to go fairly fast.
They'll move very quickly. I think we could still be out of here within the hour.
There's a very good possibility as the Golden Eagle Band is wrapping up and the Tomcats will come out to give us their halftime show here on homecoming night. We'll go ahead and take our first break, and then when we come back on the Athens Insurance Services halftime show, we'll have Isaiah Lyle with some stats for the Tomcats. Got some pretty impressive stats for them out there, and we'll give you some scores around the area as well. So don't miss it. We'll be back for your Game of the Week and Athens Insurance halftime show here on 770 AM and 103.9 FM.
Since 1926, Athens Insurance Services has focused on doing one thing and doing it well, providing peace of mind through affordable, comprehensive insurance protection. Whether you're looking for car insurance for your new teenage driver, home insurance for your first home, protection for your business or life insurance, they've got you covered. Representing Central Insurance Company, count on Andrew, Mike, Kendra, Hannah, Chelsea, and Brent. Athens Insurance Services at 375 Richland Avenue. Call 740-593-6639.
Want to know how to get more for less? I'm talking the most bang for your buck. It's the one and only McDonald's app, slinging deals every day. So start with your choice of any breakfast sandwich, like a delicious crispy chicken biscuit or tasty Egg McMuffin for just $3. Or spend just $1 and get free medium fries. The McDonald's app is out here doing the most, and you're getting more because of it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 9/16/24 to 10/6/24. Participating McDonald's. Valid when product served. Valid once a day. Must opt into rewards. Excludes tax.
That man. Call the man. Call the man. Just call the man. Just call the man. You better call that man. Call the man. We'll call the man. Call the man. Why didn't you call the man? I should have called the man like you said.
Call Coach's Appliance Heating and Air to take care of your appliances along with your heating and cooling needs. Call or text Nick today at 740-594-1865. That's 740-594-1865. A family-owned business since 1986. Coach's Appliance Heating and Air.
Our area is a great place to live. It's a great place to raise a family. One of our basic purposes is to serve the financial needs of this area. The money we lend is used to send kids to college, finance new businesses which create new jobs, and much, much more. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank. Together we grow. Member FDIC. Online at first-national.com.
Rutland Bottled Gas has propane for almost every need. Home, farm, industry, greenhouse, lodges, and cabin rentals. They sell and install heaters made by Buck Stove, Empire Comfort Systems, and Heat Star. Ranges by Crosley and grills by Weber. Rutland's specialty is installing and setting up propane systems that make your world more comfortable. 2 offices to serve you. The Plains at 177 North Plains Road and in Rutland at 282 Main Street. Stop by, call, or visit them at rutlandbottlegas.com for more information. Rutland Bottled Gas since 1947. 740-797-4675.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, come to Tinks Auto Trading Post, located on State Route 13, just off of Route 33 and Columbus Road in Athens. With over 30 years of experience, you can trust that you will get a great deal at a great price. We also offer routine maintenance on your cars, such as brakes, oil changes, and tires. Tinks Auto Trading Post, where less overhead means less markup. Remember to think Tink for your next great car deal. Tinks Auto Trading Post, 740-594-8465, or visit us on the web at tinksautotradingpost.com.
Who can you turn to when you need a general contractor? Choose someone with over 30 years of experience, is licensed and insured. Choose the professionals at J&K Contracting. They're a full-service commercial and residential contractor. From new builds to remodeling, J&K Contracting has you covered from the ground up. Excavating or concrete, roofing or siding, replacement windows or decks, kitchen and bathroom remodels. One call, they really do it all. Call J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521. That's J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
H-O-M-E, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end. Your Erie agent is McFadden Insurance. Get a quote today by calling 753-1905. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
The High School Game of the Week on 770 WAIS, 103.9 FM, and WAISAMradio.com.
And and welcome back to your Athens Insurance Services halftime show as we are here inside of Gloucester Memorial Stadium as the Trimble Tomcats are playing host. It's halftime here as they face off against the Belpre Golden Eagles. They lead this one 39-0 over the Golden Eagles at the half. And if you're just joining us, it's been all Trimble all night here, as you can see by the score. But the score doesn't do justice of what the Tomcats have just dominated as much as what they really wanted to. The Golden Eagles have only had one first down, and with that, I will go ahead and drop over to the stats. Isaiah has been keeping so crazily over there. He's been trying to keep as much stats together as he can. We'll give it to Mr. Lyle as he's got stats for you.
We will start it with the quick side of that, which is the Belpre Golden Eagles so far. Luke Davis on the night, he's 2 for 6. He's got 7 yards, and he does have an interception so far. On the ground, Landon Van Fossen, he's got 5 yards moving forward. Gibbs has got 4 yards, and Luke Davis has only got a yard here. Malachi Enser, he is that 7 yards on the receiving end. Over here for the Tomcats, so far on the night, it's 3 for 6, 61 yards and a touchdown for Brady Jasek through the air. Owen Sikorsky looks like he's got just about 6 rushes for 106 yards. That's a pretty good day. Brady Jasek, he's got one. He's got a 22-yard touchdown in there. 24 yards for Matthew Moyer so far. He's got a touchdown. 24 yards for Luke Osborne. He's got a touchdown. And Trevor Gowan, he's got 40 yards in there sprinkled in. You've got 31 yards on the reception from Chase Henry. And Paul Sharp, he's got a touchdown on 30 yards there as well.
So that is some big stats there, especially for the Tomcats.
Oh, yeah.
Just spreading it around. And we kind of mentioned that out before our break is Coach Ferris really spreading the love to his team and really giving his playmakers, which he's got a lot of them out there, as you can see, a chance to get their hands on the ball and pick up good yardage and help this team pull out a big victory, which is what they've intended to do. And you can clearly see that with the scoreboard tonight. The Tomcats really coming out. They've got a big couple games coming up. They've got the Waterford Wildcats and the Eastern Eagles back-to-back. They play away next week and then 2 home games to end the season. Another strange thing about the Tomcats this year, only 4 home games. They only had 4 total home games. I don't know if they were just banking on playoffs to be here or what, but only 4 home games in total.
It was that Worthington Christian game they threw in there as kind of it seemed like maybe they're going to do a home and home, but it was almost like the one-off, it felt like, where they had to start by going away there. So now they've only got the 4 home games, which is interesting for sure.
Yeah.
But I think the Tomcats are ready to obviously host games later, and they pack this place out no matter how many times they're here.
Yeah, they've got a big following here in Gloucester. Everybody, in this community backs the Tomcats very well. Always bring out a big crowd here on Friday Night Football. And tonight, nonetheless, they've got a big homecoming crowd here. We listened to a little bit of the parade beforehand. They have a parade that runs through town. Really, they do homecoming like no other place in southeastern Ohio. With the parade, with the they have cars running through the track, with the court. It's just a really good football atmosphere, if you will, and just a great school community atmosphere as well. When you get everybody together to bring something like this, you really see that the hometown love here in Trimble, Ohio. And every time we're up here, it just seems like it's fun. We never have a bad time here in Gloucester Memorial Stadium. Always a fun night. Whether the Tomcats win or lose, you always have a good football atmosphere, and you don't expect anything less. As the Golden Eagles coming back out, they're warming up already. You got to expect that they'll put 3 minutes on the clock still. The Tomcats haven't even made it out that I'm seeing. They haven't made it out from the locker room yet. But with the bands just finishing up, you've got to think that they'll put that extra 3 minutes on the clock. But we do have some scores around the area. I want to give Isaiah an opportunity to give us some scores, as Mark Hunter was helping us out, giving us some updated scores. And we've got some halftime scores and maybe even into the third quarter. I'm not sure exactly where we're at, but we'll get some halftime scores at least in for you. Isaiah, what do you have as far as scores around the area?
Updated as I can give you at the moment, it's a lot of zeros, and that's in the favor of our county teams. How about it? The Bulldogs up 21-0 the last we heard over Meggs down there in Pomeroy. Alexander 20-0 over on our sister station 107.7 over River Valley. Nelsonville York, they're up 18-0 over Wellston there. Golden Rockets, they were a dark horse here to be in this TVC conversation, setting up a big matchup with Athens next week. But if the Buckeyes can really take care of it, it solidifies them into that second spot, makes Week 10 really fun.
It certainly does, and that big Week 10 matchup between the Bulldogs and the Nelsonville York Buckeyes, Doc Kerner Trophy, always on the line, and these past couple years, it's really been the top dogs, the Athens Bulldogs and Nelsonville York Buckeyes, in that TVC Ohio matchup, and Week 10 could get really interesting, as that could be a championship for the TVC on the line as well.
Very much could be.
It certainly Week 10 is going to be a big matchup between those two, and I think it's going to be a great game. You can kind of see the way those two teams have been playing this season. It could really be anybody's ball game and anybody's championship at that point as well. But both teams coming back out here. We're going to go ahead and take our last break of this Athens Insurance Services halftime show. We'll be back for third quarter action and your game of the week here on 770 AM WAIS and 103.9 FM.
In Nelsonville, Fred Wolf Automotive is your local solution to your automotive needs. Whether it's your first car or your last, they are here to help. People always ask, who is Fred Wolf? He was their great-great-grandpa who had a car dealership in Nelsonville in the 1950s. They thought it was fitting to bring his name and some of his entrepreneurial spirit back to life. The inventory is constantly changing, so if they do not have what you are looking for, please give them a call. Local people who love to help local people. Fred Wolf Automotive, located at 1273 Chestnut Street in Nelsonville, 614-309-1756.
Pidcock Glass is the largest full-service glass company in the area. They've been serving Southeast Ohio for over 30 years and have over 100 years in combined experience. They do it all: commercial, residential, screen, mirrors, tabletops, and heavy equipment. Have a unique issue? Just let them know. Check them out online at pidcockglass.com or call 740-753-4527 to set up an appointment or stop in at 500 East Canal Street in Nelsonville. Pidcock Glass.
Since 1926, Athens Insurance Services has focused on doing one thing and doing it well, providing peace of mind through affordable, comprehensive insurance protection. Whether you're looking for car insurance for your new teenage driver, home insurance for your first home, protection for your business, or life insurance, they've got you covered. Representing Central Insurance Company, count on Andrew, Mike, Kendra, Hannah, Chelsea, and Brent. Athens Insurance Services at 375 Richland Avenue. Call 740-593-6639.
That man. Call the man. Call the man. Just call the man. Just call the man. You better call that man. Call the man. We'll call the man. Call the man. Why didn't you call the man? I should have called the man like you said.
Call Coach's Appliance Heating and Air to take care of your appliances along with your heating and cooling needs. Call or text Nick today at 740-594-1865. That's 740-594-1865. A family-owned business since 1986. Coach's Appliance Heating and Air.
Our area is a great place to live. It's a great place to raise a family. One of our basic purposes is to serve the financial needs of this area. The money we lend is used to send kids to college, finance new businesses which create new jobs, and much, much more. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank. Together we grow. Member FDIC. Online at first-national.com.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
H-O-M-E, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end. Your Erie agent is McFadden Insurance. Get a quote today by calling 753-1905. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
The high school game of the week on 770 WAIS, 103.9 FM, and WAISAMradio.com.
Welcome back to your game of the week here on 770 AM, 103.9 FM, as third quarter action set to take underway here in Gloucester Memorial Stadium. Tomcats took a big lead at the half. It's 39-0 if you're just joining us. And Colton Ward will be kicking off. Belpre going left to right on your radio dial towards the scoreboard here in Trimble.
As Ward readies himself.
Ward does get a big kick. And it gets taken at about the 20-yard line and wrapped up quickly there in on the tackle. Corbin Lanning, the senior gets down the field.
Yeah, senior lineman just carved right through everybody. He was the first man to meet him.
And it will be 1st and 10 from, let's see where they end up marking that. Did it get out to the 25? Let me see where they marked this ball. I think they're going to call him at the 26. So at the 20, their own 26-yard line, that's where the Golden Eagles will take over, 1st and 10.
And they've already started rotating some boys out of there. As looks like Sikorsky's going to go ahead and take a seat on the defensive side. New man in at middle linebacker, number 25, as they quickly get swallowed up due to the Golden Eagles there, as Lanning and Ward and everybody in there.
And with taking out a couple players that didn't really matter that much because they dropped back again and no gain and a loss of yardage for the Belpre Golden Eagles.
Even more get to jog out here now. Luke Osborne gets his opportunity to sit down. Sam Everett is in, and Moyer steps out. Number 6 slides in.
Get as many new names called as we can out here. It'll be some second string, so we'll definitely get the some second string players in here.
Davis, he's going to line up with Van Fossen, kind of in the pistol in front of him. 2 tight receivers, 2 wide receivers.
Takes the snap, rolls back the pass. It's going to be caught as a comeback route, and it's going to be a first down as Chase Mays comes back to the ball and then picks up the first down. We do have a Golden Eagle that may be injured. We'll see if he gets up, and he does.
It is 20 yards there for Chase Mays as Tomcats, just nobody kind of pursued to that, tunnel screen, and everything was wide open until it wasn't. As now, is Sharp going to come all the way off as well? He will. So that just more and more Tomcats get their opportunity to step off.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line now. The Golden Eagles get their second first down of the game off of that pass play. And this time they're going to move some players around. Looks like it will be number 8, Jaden Gibbs, moving in motion, and he will get the handoff. And, oh, my goodness.
I don't know where the ball is. Does Warren Davis have it?
It's Gibbs.
Ow.
Gibbs got the handoff and just got laid out. That was number 53 on a tackle. That was Marcus Cable, the junior guard.
One of the starters that's still in is now Corbin Lanning gets his opportunity to sit down on the defensive side. 78 steps in.
Guys, see the body print of Jaden Gibbs out there as he just got flattened like a pancake. Cable just laid into him.
And with the running clock, we are under 9 minutes to go already.
Just like that. That's how fast the running clock goes. Davis goes shotgun set. He's going to send Van Fossen over to his left side now. He's going to go back to pass, drops the football, and just has to land on it. Gets back to the 30-yard line for a big loss.
As Chase Henry jogs in, Eli Riley's going to jog off.
Corey Wooten, the junior, also into the game.
He gives Cable his break, and now I think you've only got 2 starters on the field here. Or, excuse me, 3 defensive starters on the field here, as Trevor Gowan has come in as well. So you got Colt Ward out there, Aiden Dixon, and Noah Smith. Those are the only ones left.
That's your starting defense. Everybody else comes in second string and getting some third quarter playing time. Davis goes shotgun set again. 3rd down and long. He's looking up top. He's got a man open, and nice job broken up, and that's going to be number 3. That's going to be Ashton Coaches. He gets the batted down pass, and 4th down and 20 is what they're going to say.
Probably could have had an interception, but maybe he was a little scared to get popped himself by the receiver there as they both kind of collided with the ball. And Greathouse is going to punt this one.
Yeah, you didn't know if that point where the receiver goes into defense mode rather than offense mode. And that can happen in a split second where you get popped trying to make the interception. But does bat it down, and Greathouse goes back again. Nobody back to return for the Tomcats. We got a false start as it's going to be Chase Mays, the
Just a little
receiver, trying to just go, and he got about 5 yards down the field before the ball was snapped. So now going to bring up 4th down and 25. They'll put that back to the 25-yard line. Need to get to the 50 for a first down, but they'll just repunt it here.
I'll be interested to see what the offense looks like that jogs out here. Luke Osborne is still standing down there by coach. So is Marcus Cable. So is Chase Patton. So maybe you're still going to see a first-string drive or two out of this Tomcat offense.
You've actually got Cade Burba back to return this punt now. So now the Tomcats do put somebody in the backfield.
Give Burba a chance.
So the punt is up. Burba's back there. He fumbles the ball, but he picks it up. He's got room. Tries to get to the sideline, and nothing there. But he does get the ball safely in the Tomcats' hands.
Sean Tucker drags him down.
They'll take over. Tomcats' offense takes over 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line.
And they faked this out. It is going to be mostly the second-string guys jogging in there, as Gowan is probably going to be your lead back in this moment.
So we will see if the Tomcats...
And it's going to be Aiden Dixon at quarterback.
Yeah, there we go. So we were looking at him warming up there on the sidelines a little bit, and we'll see the second-string quarterback. He is also a sophomore, listed as a tight end, but he's a second-string quarterback, and going to get some good reps in here. It's going to be Dixon under center in the I formation. Dixon going to pitch it out. That's going to be number 2, Trevor Gowan.
Gowan's got
space. He gets into the backfield, and he gets up into the Belpre territory, deep into Belpre territory, I should say, almost to the 30, and gets taken down. I think they're going to mark that at the 32.
Give him quick 40 yards. He had 40 in the first. Pick up another 40 there.
So nice job by this Trimble second-string offense. They don't look like the second-string offense thus far. They're moving the ball down the field just as the first string was doing in the first half.
Now Gowan gets an opportunity to take a seat, as he actually looks like he's hobbling just a touch. He does have a big wrap on his shin, so maybe it's got a cut or something there.
He says, why are you taking me out? Why are you taking me out? I want to go again.
He was really having to stretch those legs out a little bit as he was getting ready for that run, too, as Dixon hands it to his fullback. That's a new fullback. It's not Luke Osborne, but he still gets about 5 yards there. I believe that's number 33.
Yeah, 33. That's going to be Myron Hogsett, the freshman out there. 5'7", listed at 150, but the freshman getting the carry there.
And you love to see the freshman be the fullback there. That's what we saw Luke Osborne as just a couple years ago as well. And, he grows up. He's still the fullback, but shows that you're a capable person in that backfield for Coach Ferris.
So now under center again, I formation, 2 receivers out to the left. A pitch out this time, and that's going to be Gowan again. Gowan gets the edge, gets to the 10, gets to the 5, touchdown, Tomcats.
As Trevor Gowan I don't know if he sped up or if a Golden Eagle slowed down, but all of a sudden he was gone for the 26-yard score.
Thought he was going to get ran out of bounds at about the 10-yard line, but he just kind of stepped over a diving defender and just stepped his way into the end zone for another touchdown. Tomcats extend this lead, now 45-0, and they'll bring. Let's see who they're going to bring out to kick this one. We've had a slew of extra point kickers.
As looking like the hold is going to come from. It's going to be Mason Hart to kick. The hold is going to come from Osborne.
Matthew Moyer is going to hold.
This is Coach Ferris just looking at his guys and saying, "You can do whatever the heck you want."
It's going to be Mason Hart kicking, the senior, and Hart gets the kick up, and it is going to be no good off to the left.
Pass.
He did. He kicked a straight spiral, but that's going to be 45-0. The Tomcats lead this one. Clock still continues to run, but we'll be back for your game of the week here on 770 AM and 103.9 FM.
In Nelsonville, Fred Wolf Automotive is your local solution to your automotive needs. Whether it's your first car or your last, they are here to help. People always ask, who is Fred Wolf? He was their great-great-grandpa who had a car dealership in Nelsonville in the 1950s. They thought it was fitting to bring his name and some of his entrepreneurial spirit back to life. The inventory is constantly changing, so if they do not have what you are looking for, please give them a call. Local people who love to help local people. Fred Wolf Automotive, located at 1273 Chestnut Street in Nelsonville, 614-309-1756.
Pidcock Glass is the largest full-service glass company in the area. They've been serving Southeast Ohio for over 30 years and have over 100 years in combined experience. They do it all: commercial, residential, screen, mirrors, tabletops, and heavy equipment. Have a unique issue? Just let them know. Check them out online at pigcockglass.com or call 740-753-4527 to set up an appointment or stop in at 500 East Canal Street in Nelsonville. Pigcock Glass.
The high school game of the week on 770 WAIS, 103.9 FM, and WAISAMradio.com.
And welcome back to the game of the week, as it will be Eli Riley kicking off this time for the Tomcats.
They're trying to get a new guy on kickoff team lined up.
Eli Riley squibs one down the field. It is going to be returned and picked up by one of the Belpre Golden Eagles. Ball is on the ground, but it is going to be...
I think Tomcats have it. Golden Eagles are fighting for it, but Tomcats are on it.
Tomcats come away with it on the pile.
I think that's got to be Tomcat ball, unless they're going to say he was down, which is... Oh, they're going to say he was down.
So
that's a crazy call.
That's fortunate for the Golden Eagles, but tough break there for the Tomcats. They were looking an inch in to get the ball back, but it will be Golden Eagle football from their own 40-yard line. As Coach Ferris coming out saying, hey, you know, what's the deal? My guys came out of the pile with it, but they're going to say the runner was down. Must have been a knee, because he certainly looked like he got popped and the ball came out. It was a bang-bang situation.
As now even more of those starters from that defense are out. Noah Smith is out. I don't see... And, Ward is finally out as well. So Dixon's going to lead the way. You probably should have your, second-string quarterback being out there on defense if he can as well.
So we'll be still under center for the Golden Eagles. Luke Davis keeping their first string in, the Golden Eagles, as we get a
timeout. Tomcats that nobody wanted to call for some reason.
Yeah, so timeout. We'll take one with them and be back for your game of the week here on 770 AM WAIS. 103.9 FM.
Football season is here. Keep your athletes at their best with Holzer in Athens. Dr. Jason Cox Orthopedics and Dr. Aaron Ramsey Chiropractic Care are currently accepting new patients. From follow-up care to injury repair, our healthcare team at Holzer Athens will keep your athlete in the game. Call 855-446-5937 to schedule your appointment today. That's 855-446-5937.
The high school game of the week on 770 WAIS, 103.9 FM, and WAISAMradio.com.
Welcome in after the Trimble timeout. I think it was just for substitutions. It will be Luke Davis under center. They do hand it off, and this time it's going to be number 3, and he gets popped. So in on the hit there for the Tomcats, number 52, that's Mason Hooper.
I think they're excited. Next to us are the PA guys and everything, because I think it's the little guy that came down from the top. I can't quite find a number on him yet. There he is, 14.
Number 14, that's actually Carter Shiflett, the freshman, listed as a wide receiver, 5'4", 110.
And he popped him. And now thing is, he's now in pain, though. Put the pop in a little too hard.
Putting the pop, but it's going to be 2nd down and 4. Davis under center, sends a man in motion, and that's going to be McCarthy trying to get to the outside. He does, gets the first down to the 45, gets to the 40, and finally wrapped up and taken down by the Tomcats. But that's the biggest gain of the night for the Golden Eagles.
Picks up 20 yards there, or just short of it, call it 17.
So with 1:15 left here in the third quarter, Tomcats leading this one 45-0, and the Golden Eagles get their biggest run of the night. So now Davis will go under center again. He's got Van Fossen behind him. It is going to be a handoff to Van Fossen. He goes up the middle, trying to get up the left side now as he broke through the line of scrimmage, and he's going to pick up 4 yards, maybe 5.
Landon Van Fossen now feeling like he's just going to piece him to death here as Dixon does step back in.
Down to 36 seconds left here in the third quarter. With that running clock, this game will continue to roll fast.
This is probably going to be our last play of this third quarter here.
And again, same formation. Van Fossen right behind Davis. He's going to hand it off. Van Fossen gets the first down. He gets into the secondary, and he's still on his feet. Van Fossen's got one man to beat. Gets there, and the ball comes loose. And through the end zone. I'm not sure what's going to be the play call here. They're going to say touchdown. They're going to say broke the plane.
They're doing it again. They're not saying if it's a touchdown or not.
We had the back judge back here say touchdown. We've got a call through that they called touchdown. The sideline referee didn't say anything. He pointed at the back judge.
He just points at the pylon and says make a call.
But on the hit, the ball came out and then went through the back of the end zone.
But they're going to call it touchdown, I believe, which if it was a hit with the ground, then yes, it is still fair. But if he's fumbling that through the air, obviously it's hard to call and look at again in high school football. But
so that's going to send
Tomcats.
Greathouse in to kick the extra point. And the Belpre Golden Eagles get on the board for the first time this evening.
See if Greathouse can put this one through.
Greathouse's kick is blocked and falls short. So with no time left on the clock in the third quarter, that'll do it for third quarter action as the Golden Eagles get on the board. 45-6. Tomcats lead this one on homecoming night. We'll be back for fourth quarter action here on 770 AM WAIS and 103.9 FM.
Discover your future at Tri-County Career Center, where students earn industry-recognized credentials in fields like nursing, HVAC, networking, and welding. Dive into a learning experience that equips you with the job-focused skills needed to succeed in the workforce, the military, or college. Whether you're eyeing our 2-year programs or adult courses, you too can boost your earning potential. Take the first step today. Call 800-637-6508 or visit us at TriCountyHighTech.com. Tri-County proudly supports all student athletes.
There's only one perfect food for watching or listening to sports. Pizza! Get ready for the game by calling one of the 3 locations of Little Italy Pizza in Nelsonville, Gloucester, or New Straitsville. Dough made fresh every day with 3 crusts to choose from, with all the toppings a pizza lover craves. Little Italy Pizza also features mouth-watering subs, sandwiches, salads, and appetizers. Open 7 days a week. Gloucester, New Straitsville, and Nelsonville. Locally owned and operated.
The high school game of the week on 770 WAIS, 103.9 FM, and WAISAMradio.com.
Welcome back. After the touchdown run by Landon Van Fossen, it will be a 6 points on the board there for the Belpre Golden Eagles. They've been struggling tonight, but they do get one against the second string of this Trimble Tomcat defense, and it will be Greathouse to kick off. Greathouse kicks it. It's going to be a decent kick.
He might kick it out of bounds, though.
And that's going to it's going to be Osborne.
Oh, and he
just caught it and just ran out of bounds with it. So
tiptoed him. I think he was trying to make a return out of it, but they said that he touched it while standing out of bounds.
So that'll give the Tomcats back the ball on their own 18-yard line. Just kind of a little bit of a mistake there. They could have had that clear back to the 35. It was definitely going out of bounds.
As nonetheless, just gives Aiden Dixon in the second string opportunity to move around a little bit further.
Yeah, definitely a more open field, and with the Tomcats having the ball here, you got to think, just running clock. The clock will not stop unless there's a change of possession or timeout.
As Sam Everett's in the game here, he just sent somebody out. As he's lined up as the pistol back.
Dixon's going to hand it off, and spinning forward, that is number 6. That's going to be Cade Burba on the carry.
As they sent Gowan out, did Everett, I think they were trying to create a little more oomph up front with the lead block, but Everett just never got there. He was a little slow out of the backfield.
You got to give him a little bit of credit here. He's giving it all.
It's not Gowan.
This time Burba comes out now.
So yeah, Gowan and Burba going to do a little switcheroo. As
we do see the shot or the wishbone formation this time,
and they hand it to Everett.
Everett going to get that first down. He's rolling forward, and they are going to mark him at the 30-yard line, and that's a first down for the Tomcats.
Sam Everett decides that he's going to say, "Give me the ball, and I'll get 7 yards."
Why not? You're going to run out of room on that running back page there for the stat sheet.
I already did. Although I probably could have planned it out a little bit better.
Hey, You were probably expecting at least 10 to 12 backs getting the carries tonight,
Not 15, though.
Yeah.
As
everybody's getting a running game.
As Everett now is out, so it's going to be Burba and Gowan together in the wishbone. Hog set in front of him. It's going to be Burba. He's got space and a lead blocker.
Nice block there. That's going to be Trevor Gowan with a big block. And finally a flag comes down around the tackle.
That somehow might be offensive pass. Oh, they're going to say defensive face mask, but I really thought they could have said offensive face mask the way Burba stiff arm.
Yeah, it was close to it. Yeah, with the stiff arm. Held on to the face mask a little bit long, but that's going to go in the favor of the Tomcats. So, again, big yardage continues to go into bigger yardage with that penalty. They'll mark it off. Is it going to be a 5-yarder or a 15-yarder?
Looks like
it is going to be a 15-yard personal foul. So that's going to take it down clear to, let's see, they put that at the 32-yard line? 33-yard line. 32, okay. So at the Belpre 32, 1st and 10 for the Tomcats. Wishbone set. Dixon pitches it off. This time it's going to be number 50 getting the carry. That's Sam Everett. Everett gets hit in the backfield, but we got a flag on the play. And even though he gets taken down in the backfield, they're going to call a hold. Now, here's the question. Do you take the holding penalty, give it to him 1st and 20, or do you just go ahead and take the loss of yardage there for the Belpre Golden Eagles?
And they take the loss of yardage. Coach Wells says go ahead and decline that one. As, quickly blown up by Enser. Is just the pitch looked a little slow, and Everett, you can tell that he is probably a guy that loves this opportunity.
Yeah.
But he belongs on the line.
Yeah.
He just still doesn't have quite the same giddy up out of the backfield as the rest of these guys have.
And he may be a power back, as he gets a little bit older.
Right, just a sophomore here.
He may be that power type back, but right now he certainly has got the line about him. So this time it's going to be Gowan. Gowan's got a room on the outside. Everett throwing one block, then two. Gowan gets to the edge, and he gets back past the original line of scrimmage.
Gets about 10 yards, does Trevor Gowan.
So they're going to say that's going to be 2nd down and 5, I believe. So a nice 10-yard run. Or 3rd down and 5. I'm sorry, they didn't take the penalty, so it'll be 3rd down and 5. And we're already down to 6 minutes and 55 seconds left in this ballgame with the running clock. That's how quickly it moves.
And the Tomcat second string here, they can really hold on to this one. I mean, if they wanted to, run 4 downs nearly every time here, and you could hold it to the end.
Wishbone set, 3rd down. Dixon hands it to Everett. Everett's got room up the middle, and he gets spun down, but he picks up the 1st down for the Tomcats. Moves those chains. Yes, sir.
Look at that.
Everett picking up some just horse-type yards, just picking it up through the middle. He is that workhorse right now.
Unfortunately, even though he played, actually, the fact that he was your starting guard, and now he's turning around and doing this, Sam Everett might be throwing his name in the hat for player of the game.
Let's go, It is going to be a heck of a time trying to get a player of the game, you know what I mean?
That Sam Everett has an argument, that makes it real interesting. Score him a touchdown, I'll give it to him right now.
Dixon under center, he's going to hand it off. That's going to go
on his own, and he's going to get to the end zone, but it's going to be a hold that brings it back, unfortunately.
Yeah, Dixon gets there. They do put the touchdown signal up, but it is a hold in the backfield. Quarterback to the 25, and this will get brought back.
So unfortunately, that is going to make it now 1st down and 20 instead of a touchdown for Aiden Dixon.
But, honestly, for the Tomcats, this just keeps the clock moving.
It does.
With the penalty even, that doesn't stop the clock. The penalties don't stop it, and we're down to about 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in the ball game. And now you're just giving the Tomcats more yardage to gain for a 1st down. Dixon's going to go under center. That wishbone set out here in the second half. We've seen a lot of it with this second string offense.
And now Gowan gets the opportunity to sit, so there's even more new running backs back there. That's why they got to hand it to Everett. Or they're going to just do-si-do the other way with Dixon. See if he can make it to the corner this side.
This time he does, and he finally gets taken out of bounds about the 6-7-yard line.
He is going to get the 1st down, make it 1st and goal as well, as he picks up probably another 5 yards past the sticks there.
Yeah,
to 30.
To the 6. And that's be 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. That clock continues to move, even though he got taken out of bounds.
Everybody getting involved in the rushing now. My goodness gracious.
Yeah, you ran out of spots on your sheet there, but we still have stats to go at the end of the game. What are you gonna do?
That won't be too difficult because they hand it off to everybody so much that the math doesn't actually get that hard. They do hand it to Everett. Can he get in? He's driving.
And Everett, and it's going to be a touchdown. Sam Everett. My goodness.
Sam Everett, another 6 yards, a touchdown, and in contention for the Texas Roadhouse Player of the Game.
The 5'10 sophomore guard listed at 185 puts home a 6-yard run for another Tomcat touchdown. 51-6 here on homecoming night, and the Tomcats are rolling. We'll see who comes out to kick the extra point. Is that going to be Everett?
I think it's Osborne.
Is that Osborne?
That's Chase Patton.
So now we got Chase Patton coming out to kick the extra point.
If you're a senior and you haven't kicked the ball yet in your career, we're giving you an opportunity.
This is your chance.
Because Luke Osborne's the one who isn't the senior, and he got the good opportunities.
And he's going to put it through. So Chase Henry knocks it through, and 51-6. 3:18 left in this ball game. We'll be back for more fourth quarter action on not Wild Country, 770 AM WAIS and 103.9 FM.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
HOME, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end. Your Erie agent is McFadden Insurance. Get a quote today by calling 753-1905. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Pidcock Glass is the largest full-service glass company in the area. They've been serving Southeast Ohio for over 30 years and have over 100 years in combined experience. They do it all: commercial, residential, screen, mirrors, tabletops, and heavy equipment. Have a unique issue? Just let them know. Check them out online at pidcockglass.com or call 740-753-4527 to set up an appointment or stop in at 500 East Canal Street in Nelsonville. Pidcock Glass.
The high school game of the week on 770 WAIS, 103.9 FM, and WAISAMradio.com.
Welcome back after the 6-yard touchdown run by Sam Everett. And then the extra point was good by Chase Patton. That puts the Tomcats up 52-6. 3 minutes to go here in the ball game, and the kickoff goes to Belpre, and Belpre going to try to return this one.
Corbin Lanning
taken down. Corbin Lanning just laying out the return man.
He laid out 2 blockers in the process,
he did. My goodness.
Oh, my.
Lanning is just a beast out there.
Save the moves for the dance floor kid.
Listed at 6 foot, 215, but he certainly looks bigger than that.
He is a mean machine, is Corbin Lanning. Him, Colt Ward, it's scary to see those two running at you on a kickoff, no less.
Yeah, and getting down there. That's another thing. You're listed as a guard, and you're getting down there faster than some D-backs do that you see in high school football. Just a straight head of steam on a 220-pound man coming at you.
So 2:48 on the clock. The Golden Eagle offense is going to come out here, probably run their 4 downs, and that could seal it here.
This certainly could be it, as 2:48. The clock hasn't started running yet, but here any second, the referee will start that clock.
And he
does.
Is Everett playing DB?
Now I'm not sure what's going on.
Sam Everett's a guard playing DB.
He certainly is. Yep, he's out on the end.
They run away from it and get about 2 yards. Does Van Fossen, I believe? No, that is number 10. That is McCartney.
We got Sam Everett playing the Travis Hunter of Colorado here for the Trimble Tomcats tonight. Offense, defense, every position, he does it all.
He might actually be able to get this Roadhouse Player of the Game.
He's playing everything. For a kid that can just go out there and play every position, he's running. There he is, DB again.
Let's see if Davis tries to take advantage of it. I bet he doesn't, unfortunately. That ball's down, unfortunately. Tomcats might be on it.
They drop it, and coming over to it actually was number 26, Or was that 28 coming over to
28,
it?
I believe, is
That's
out there.
Dominic Hanning, the freshman running back listed for the Tomcats.
I believe he was one of the ones in there in that Everett run as well.
So now number 76 comes on for the Tomcats. It's Evan Smathers. Alex Jobe is out there, number 78.
As we are 1:35 by the time this one snaps. McCartney in motion. They hand it to him. Try to get it to the far right side. They get around a couple Tomcats, but not enough of them, as that's going to be a no gain there for the Golden Eagles.
Nice
the second-string defense starting to figure it out a little bit.
But that does bring up fourth down. So 4th and 13 is what it's listed at. And with 1:15 left to go, do you just go ahead and run it here? Why not?
I think you just go ahead and run this one. You take your full 40 seconds off here, because all that, if you do that, what you're basically leaving the Tomcats is one play on the other side.
Yeah, and it's just rely on your defense to end the game at that point. But they are going to go ahead and go under center here.
And snap it a little earlier than they could have. So they're going to go far to the other side. That's Warren Davis. He's got space. Warren Davis does get taken down at the very end. Number 28 coming across.
And in at quarterback there was actually Cade Hutchinson, number 18.
Oh.
So for the Golden Eagles, number 18, Cade Hutchinson. So we have a first down for the Eagles, and with 30 seconds left, they're going to go ahead and try to run another play here.
Why not get one more? See if you can bump it up to 12 for you. If you can get one going as they turn, hand it to McCartney.
McCartney's going to get swung around. He's still on his feet, though.
And that's in a bad spot as no one for the Tomcats is over there. Unless he gets over there, he does.
He
28.
does. Number 28, that's going to be Dominic Hanning.
He's all over the
saving
place.
a touchdown.
Good.
My goodness.
It's a first down nonetheless, but that's going to be the final play of this game. Tomcats put it away 52-6 over the Belpre Golden Eagles here on homecoming.
Yeah, here on homecoming, 52-6, your final score. And we'll be back for your post-game show and give you your Texas Roadhouse Player of the Game after we do some calculations here on 770 AM WAIS and 103.9 FM.
In Nelsonville, Fred Wolf Automotive is your local solution to your automotive needs. Whether it's your first car or your last, they are here to help. People always ask, who is Fred Wolf? He was their great-great-grandpa who had a car dealership in Nelsonville in the 1950s. They thought it was fitting to bring his name and some of his entrepreneurial spirit back to life. The inventory is constantly changing, so if they do not have what you are looking for, please give them a call. Local people who love to help local people. Fred Wolf Automotive, located at 1273 Chestnut Street in Nelsonville, 614-309-1756. Since 1926, Athens Insurance Services has focused on doing one thing and doing it well, providing peace of mind through affordable, comprehensive insurance protection. Whether you're looking for car insurance for your new teenage driver, home insurance for your first home, protection for your business or life insurance, they've got you covered. Representing Central Insurance Company, count on Andrew, Mike, Kendra, Hannah, Chelsea, and Brent. Athens Insurance Services at 375 Richland Avenue. Call 740-593-6639.
Want to know how to get more for less? I'm talking the most bang for your buck. It's the one and only McDonald's app, slinging deals every day. So start with your choice of any breakfast sandwich, like a delicious crispy chicken biscuit or tasty egg McMuffin for just $3. Or spend just $1 and get free medium fries. The McDonald's app is out here doing the most, and you're getting more because of it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 9/16/24 to 10/6/24. Participating McDonald's. Valid when product served. Valid once a day. Must opt into rewards. Excludes tax.
What's one of the worst feelings you can get? The one that hits you in the pit of your stomach. You can't find your keys. I have a solution. Announcing the new location of Athens Automotive Keys at 528 Richland Avenue in Athens. Dan and Gloria can take care of lost keys, transponder keys and programming, key duplication for house or business, and they now provide locksmith service. Athens Automotive Keys is open Monday through Friday, noon till 5:30 at 528 Richland Avenue, Athens. Call 740-590-6843. Rutland Bottled Gas has propane for almost every need. Home, farm, industry, greenhouse, lodges, and cabin rentals. They sell and install heaters made by Buck Stove, Empire Comfort Systems, and Heat Star. Ranges by Crosley and grills by Weber. Rutland's specialty is installing and setting up propane systems that make your world more comfortable. 2 offices to serve you. The Plains at 177 North Plains Road and in Rutland at 282 Main Street. Stop by, call, or visit them at rutlandbottlegas.com for more information. Rutland Bottled Gas since 1947. 740-797-4675.
In Nelsonville, Fred Wolf Automotive is your local solution to your automotive needs. Whether it's your first car or your last, they are here to help. People always ask, who is Fred Wolf? He was their great-great-grandpa who had a car dealership in Nelsonville in the 1950s. They thought it was fitting to bring his name and some of his entrepreneurial spirit back to life. The inventory is constantly changing, so if they do not have what you are looking for, please give them a call. Local people who love to help local people. Fred Wolf Automotive, located at 1273 Chestnut Street in Nelsonville, 614-309-1756.
Tax season's greetings from your friends at H&R Block. Whether you choose to file virtually, in person, or via drop-off, let's make it a season worth celebrating. File your way with H&R Block and get upfront, transparent pricing, expert help at every step, and a max refund guarantee that means you'll ring in the season by getting every dollar you deserve. All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund. Limitations apply. See hrblock.com/guarantees.
H&R Block at 507 Richland Avenue in the old Morrison School Building in Athens. 740-589-5403.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
H-O-M-E, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end. Your Erie agent is McFadden Insurance. Get a quote today by calling 753-1905. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Pidcock Glass is the largest full-service glass company in the area. They've been serving Southeast Ohio for over 30 years and have over 100 years in combined experience. They do it all: commercial, residential, screen, mirrors, tabletops, and heavy equipment. Have a unique issue? Just let them know. Check them out online at pidcockglass.com or call 740-753-4527 to set up an appointment or stop in at 500 East Canal Street in Nelsonville. Pidcock Glass.
If you're looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle, come to Tink's Auto Trading Post, located on State Route 13, just off of Route 33 and Columbus Road in Athens. With over 30 years of experience, you can trust that you will get a great deal at a great price. We also offer routine maintenance on your cars, such as brakes, oil changes, and tires. Tink's Auto Trading Post, where less overhead means less markup. Remember to think tank for your next great car deal. Tink's Auto Trading Post, 740-594-8465, or visit us on the web at tinksautotradingpost.com.
Tonight's high school football game on 770 WAIS and 103.9 FM was brought to you by Pidcock Glass, McFadden Insurance, Tink's Auto Trading Post, your local McDonald's, First National Bank, Little Italy Pizza in Nelsonville, Gloucester, and New Straitsville, J&K Contracting, Fred Wolf Automotive, Athens Insurance Services, Athens Automotive Keys, Rutland Bottle Gas,
And welcome back
Tri-County
to your
Career
post-game show
Center,
here
H&R
on
Block,
770 AM
Holzer Health System,
and 103.9
and Coaches
FM.
Appliance Heating and Air.
We are here.
Join us again
for
next time
the,
for more
Little
exciting
Tomcats
high school
homecoming.
football
They
action
are
on
victorious
770 WAIS, Bookville, Nelsonville,
over the
and
Belpre Eagles,
103.9 FM, W280 FC, Nelsonville.
Their season, they are on 5-2, and the Tomcats fall to the Golden Eagles fall to 1-6.
There you go.
On the season here as we wrap this up. But Isaiah, what a night here for the Tomcats, getting everybody involved on this team. As the second half was a running clock, but they were able to get a lot of names we don't typically get to mention on the second string. And man, I tell you what, that second string, they held their own as well out there and really showed what they can do. This Tomcat future looks bright.
Absolutely, especially thinking about the fact that, certainly going into next year, you don't lose that much out of, you do lose your two top running backs, but you still have Luke Osborne, you still have Trevor Gowan.
Yeah.
They both had a good night out there. You talked about, other guys that are going to see step up. Sam Everett, we talked about him a bunch right there at the end because he was the sophomore starting guard tonight.
Yeah.
And then he decided he's going to play cornerback and running back as well. So this shows that he is going to have an opportunity to play wherever he wants over the next couple of years for these Tomcats as well.
Versatility, man, that's what this is all about. And, he showed that he can run positions just like everybody else. But really, I was impressed by most of these Tomcat second stringers out here in this second half because it does show promise. It shows that the Tomcats, even though they do lose some tremendous talent next year, you lose seniors, but that's how a great program is built. And you've got guys coming in as freshmen and sophomores. We saw some freshmen out here that were just laying sticks on people on defense, and able to step up against the Belpre varsity starting 11 out here. It's not an easy thing to do to play anybody as a freshman and sophomore as you play a bigger team. And Coach Ferris and his team, the program they've built here in Trimble is certainly something to be proud of. And with that 52-6 win tonight, the homecoming dance tonight will certainly be that much sweeter for all these kids.
Oh, yeah. We finish it up just about 9 o'clock. I usually get rolling 9:30. Start the DJ a little early. Get everybody in there a little early. Let's have a night over there inside the high school. But, obviously great on homecoming to pick up a win like that. And you felt like you were going to be able to do that if you were the Tomcats, obviously. You felt in control from the jump here. But you went out there and you executed in a way you wanted to. You didn't have a lot of mistakes. You had a lot of positive yardage. So you did everything right, knowing you're basically tuning up for these next 2 games. They're everything.
They certainly did, and they'll need that ability and this momentum going into those games as you have an Eastern team that you face on the road next week, and then you come back home and you've got Waterford right after that. So not an easy 2 games.
Right. That could be an Eastern team that is either wounded coming off 2 losses, or really fired up coming off 2 losses. I'm also not saying they have lost to Wahama yet, but Eastern and Wahama, that's a heck of a game tonight that you could see the White Falcons on top of.
It very well could be. And for an Eastern team that has some talent out there, they certainly, they will give the Tomcats a test next week, and they have that home field advantage. And that also with having the size as well, the Tomcats are going to come home to maybe a little bit wounded as well. Even if they do pick up a win, it's going to be a hard-fought win against the Eastern Eagles. And then you got a very good Waterford Wildcat team that is having a high-power offense and has shown us early in this season that they're nobody to mess with in the TVC Hawking as well. They'll put their name in the hat just with the other 3 teams that we have, the Tomcats, Eagles, and Wildcats as well. So it really is still up for grabs in anybody's game. But the Tomcats tonight pull it off, and we have a few stats we want to go over, the ending stats for as we had a lot of running backs and a lot of fun. Isaiah, I know you have Albert Einstein that math up. Let's see what you got.
Not a whole lot changed for the starters over there for the Belpre Golden Eagles. Landon Van Fossen does finish with 45 yards on the night, but that's about it that changes. Brady Jasek, we didn't see him come in the second half. He was 3 for 6, 61 yards and a touchdown. That's what he finishes with. 106 yards, that's what Owen Sikorsky finishes with tonight. And we might as well say it since I say his name. He walks away with the Texas Roadhouse Player of the Game. We had to just had to choose one of the many Tomcats there, and Owen Sikorsky, he started it off with the big 50-some yard run to get this game going. He scored the second touchdown of the night. He just kind of showed that the Tomcats were going to take over, and that's why we gave it to him.
Yeah, first play of the game, he runs for big yardage, really sets the tone and set the pace for this game to just kick off well. Almost broke it for 6 points off the first play of the game, but did get down into Belpre territory where Jasek was able to run in a 22-yard touchdown run. But that was all set up by Sikorsky, and then you get the muff punt there, just kind of off the side of the foot. He's able to see it, pulls it down. He knows he's got room on the sideline, pulls it down for an early 14-0 lead, and that really, I think, led him in his way to becoming the Texas Roadhouse Player of the Game. And, that will, certainly help your case when you're looking to win that dinner for 2 from Texas Roadhouse.
Certainly is. His mate in the backfield, that is Matthew Moyer. He had 24 yards on the night and a touchdown still, and so did Luke Osborne. Again, they didn't touch it in the second half. Neither did Brady Jasek, just his 22 yards and a touchdown. Now the guys who did in the second half, like Trevor Gowan, he picks up another 66 yards. He finishes, 76 yards, finishes with 116 on the night. Cade Burba finishes with 20. Aiden Dixon, your second-string quarterback, who's also going to be a guy over the next few years that plays anywhere Coach Ferris tells him to. He gets 30 yards on the ground. And Sam Everett, 21 yards and a touchdown for the starting guard.
Let's go.
For the starting guard.
Let's go. That's what I'm saying.
It's always a funny one to see things like that happen. And Tomcats certainly have their fair share of great athletes that can do just about anything they want.
Yeah, they certainly do. And, we want to go ahead and do we have any final scores for the rest of the evening or any updated scores for our Athens area teams? I know we were rolling big in Athens County with some of these these home teams for Athens County. We were looking at maybe a sweep across the board tonight. We don't know Fed Hawk, but we know most of the other schools for Athens County looked like they were winning big.
I would say the Bulldogs went ahead and put up a goose egg there. They were up 35-0 last we saw on the Megs Marauders. Alexander, 33-0, had that one still rolling over there. Check it out, 107.7 FM. And 32-8, the Buckeyes currently up over Wellston there.
So nice job by our Athens area teams. We like seeing our Athens area teams win, and a good week for Athens County football for sure. But that's going to do it for us tonight. It's been Week 7 football. Tomcats win this one 52-6 over the Belpre Golden Eagles on homecoming night. For Isaiah Lyle, and thanks to Lori Saunders keeping us back on at the studio, I'm Dustin Goldsberry, and good night, everybody. Have a great weekend. This is 770 AM WAIS, 103.9 FM.
Tonight's high school football game on 770 WAIS and 103.9 FM was brought to you by Pidcock Glass, McFadden Insurance, Tinks Auto Trading Post, your local McDonald's, First National Bank, Little Italy Pizza in Nelsonville, Gloucester, New Straitsville, J&K Contracting, Fred Wolf Automotive, Athens Insurance Services, Athens Automotive Keys, Rutland Bottle Gas, Tri-County Career Center, H&R Block, Holzer Health System, and Coach's Appliance Heating and Air. Join us again next time for more exciting high school football action on 770 WAIS Bookville, Nelsonville, and 103.9 FM W280 FC Nelsonville.